I'm not falling for it this time. Hello, Internet, and welcome to Alignment Shift. I almost said welcome to Critical Role. That would have been interesting.
That would have been weird.
I almost thought you were going to say,
shut down.
I almost thought you were about to do game theory.
No,
Game
welcome to
theories.
Game
Game
Theory.
Theory. Guys, watch Game
Yeah,
Theory.
it is such a great, not sponsored by Game Theory, but a wonderful channel run by Matt Pat.
Love that.
Maybe we should have him do a Game Theory episode on Dungeons and Dragons.
That would be so
I think he has.
Has he?
No.
No, I don't think I've never seen it. I would have nerded out.
I don't know.
Anyway,
So we're in a forest.
Yeah.
So, starting as usual on a wonderful note, not knowing what's going on. I'm your host, Cal, the Dungeon Master. Joining me is Peggy,
Hello.
Kayla,
Hi.
Steven,
Mm.
George, Mackenzie,
Hi.
Alex.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Copyright.
Did
So-
I miss someone? There's so many people here.
Steven?
Oops.
I said Steven.
No, you got
George.
Meow.
I said Steven, didn't I?
Yeah.
Did you
Cow!
say George?
I thought I said...
You got everybody.
You
You
got
got
it.
everybody.
Okay.
You should make a checklist.
I really should. I mean, I have all your
non-duel.
guys' names.
Laura.
Here.
What?
That's actually better, yeah. So, picking up where we left off, the party has just felled the Lich Monk Diamak, who seems to have accepted his fate in his final moments and actually went out peacefully in a way that was unexpected by the party. You now stand in the center of this large chamber that you were battling in. Let me open up the chamber here so I can try to see how big this place is, because I was going to say the size and then I forgot. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, about 45 to 50 foot wide chamber. On as a note, or not even as a note, as you are finishing the battle and glance around at the room, you see now that the three shorter undead beings that were wandering around are still wandering around. One of them has stopped in the corner of the room and appears to be painting an image of Mackenzie, or I'm sorry, an image of
My God.
Xavier
Who's this
falling
period deity?
down on the ground, and it's a grotesque, horrific image of dang, I did it again, of Xavier as he was taking his final injury in that battle that sent him unconscious. The other one is on another corner of the room and appears to be drawing Laura and the position she had fallen in on the ground, and they're almost a cartoonish like expression of horror on their face. And the third one is drawing an image of Vale, who had fallen unconscious during the battle and is mindlessly painting Vale unconscious on the wall.
I didn't look that bad, did I?
I'm gonna fix that.
And, so the rest of the room, you see a throne up that 10-foot on the platform ahead. And I'm trying to remember what those stars are, which I have to open my book and make sure I see correctly what those stars are.
That's where the acid pours in, right?
Totes.
The
That's
throne.
where the flesh-eating scarabs start pouring
yes.
into the room.
What you see are 6 statues of tieflings, much like the ones you've seen before, all of them in a almost somber position of honor, with their heads bowed forward, each of them holding this kind of scepter in their hand, and their heads kind of bowed in remembrance and reverence of this throne room around you. And there are 4 pillars. Yes, continue.
Is there one that's missing a scepter?
Make a perception check.
Yeah,
Well,
yes.
right before we ended last time, there was some loot rolling.
Investigation.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
They're in the chat history.
Yeah, I rolled much worse than that, so I didn't put mine in. I don't remember what it was, but it was worse.
Oh, I rolled 27 for the loot.
Yeah, and Uldoris and Xavier both had 21.
Well, Xavier was looking for secret doors.
Okay.
That's right.
So in that case, perfect. Can be
19 for scepter location.
Scepter perception.
Yeah.
So, none of them are missing the scepter.
Interesting.
Are any of them
Similar.
iron?
Or in the scepter's iron. None of the scepters are iron. However, so Elena, you had the highest looting score.
Yeah.
No, yes, you did. 27.
I did.
Um,
Tell me
so,
the boots.
Oldores, as you are looking around, Elena beats you to it. You found it at the same time, but she had a higher score. You see a dusty, leather-bound book sitting on the throne.
Wait, has anybody? Okay, is everyone alive? Like we've healed everyone?
Yes,
Wait.
yeah. Laura,
Okay, so-
Laura is currently being like kind of nursed back to health
Okay.
a little bit by
I want to
non-dual.
go. I want to go peruse the book.
Okay. Do you read? What languages do you read?
I read Sylvan, Elvish, Common, and Celestial, and what else did I say?
Thieves can't.
And thieves can't. Yeah. Oh, and draconic.
Okay. The book appears to be in a language you are unfamiliar with. As you pick up the tome, what you do see, however, is there's a couple entries. It's not a very thick book. Each one maybe only a couple pages at least. As you scan through, the rest of it is blank. The first entry is this beautiful calligraphy, almost sharp, jagged edges that are perfectly mirrored and look to be well written. And as you read on, it seems to degrade and get worse until the final entry is written in red ink, as opposed to the rest, which was black and is much more sporadic looking.
Is Yildura standing next to me? I'm assuming.
Yes, yeah, you both went for the
Is it-
throne at the same time.
Yildura, can you read this?
It says, "Damn, these horns are hurting my jaw."
Oldores, what languages can you read?
Need some milk of the poppy.
I can read. I can read.
a whole new world.
Take a
Common.
look. It's in a
It's in
book.
a book.
Reading Rainbow. Sponsor
I
us,
love
please.
I love that shit.
I can read
Between the
common.
lions.
Okay,
I can
common.
read infernal, and I can
Okay.
read deep speech.
Okay. As you glance at the book, it appears to be infernal.
Ooh. What
So
does-
Are you going to read the book aloud, or are you going to just read it to yourself, or?
Well,
Just say you can't read it just to annoy Elena.
I'm tempted.
Here we go. It's in your journal now. It is referred to as DMX book. While you are looking into that, Xavier, as you are looking around for a secret door, you follow the staircase up along the wall toward one of the statues, and the one, as you make your way anti-clockwise around the room, starting at the bottom here and making your way around, you end up here at the top left statue, and this one appears to be the statue of a woman, a female tiefling, in the same face of reverence as the others in the room. However, you do detect a slight drafty breeze coming from behind the statue, and a slight investigation shows that there is a secret passage behind this statue.
Please be Secadora. Please be Secadora. Yay!
I just got Five Nights at Freddy's like flash there, like yay! It's 6 a.m.
Is it just? Does it appear to just be a door I could like push open, or?
It appears that all you have to do is hold the statue, pull it out towards you, and then slide it down along the wall.
Bernie,
Aye.
you're much stronger than me. Can you come help me move this statue? There appears to be a passageway behind it.
Sure.
Aye. We're gonna try to pull it and push. So, if it's worth advantage, I'll try to give him advantage on an athletics
Yeah.
check.
Yeah, Bernie, give me a strength check, an athletics check.
With advantage, I'm helping as much as I can. I'm
Nope,
like,
no advantage.
ah, oh, come on, my strength's 11.
Your strength is minimal.
You weakling.
I'm
Your
stronger than
strength
you.
is in your mind. Please let go of the door so that I can handle this without hurting you.
I just float backwards.
Sir, citizen, stand aside.
Please do not harm yourself.
Citizen.
How in the world? I didn't even have that character sheet out today.
Man,
what
That
the-
one. Okay.
why are you on top of the fridge?
Cat.
Sorry.
Did no one warn you cats like elevated positions?
24.
Oh, that's
Oh,
just down.
she jumped off. Yeah, yeah.
24. You brace yourself to lift this insanely heavy statue, and as you pull back, it flies from the wall, gliding on a track, and you almost fall off the edge of the 10-foot drop, not expecting the statue to move, very simply. And, yep, continue.
Sorry, I wasn't meaning to interrupt. I thought you were done.
No, continue. Go ahead.
Okay. You needed help with that?
I didn't think it was on a track. I just knew there was. I probably still would have been able to move it, to be honest.
Touch.
What?
But thank you.
You're
Yes,
you're
Matt,
welcome.
You have a cat.
So as you slide the door to the side, pushing it along in front of the other statue here, you see in front of you a wall of the room with its walls adorned with tile mosaics of a jungle city, intermingled with frescoes of flowering plants, birds, insects, and tieflings wearing golden skirts and carrying spears and ornate jugs. The ceiling is also painted to look like a clear blue sky. A small, bejeweled cockroach rests atop a sarcophagus of black basalt in the middle of the room. A 2-foot diameter orb hanging from a chain above the sarcophagus is made of hammered gold to resemble a smiling sun.
Interesting.
So while this is going on, I've been reading, not out loud to myself, and I immediately look up as they open the door or this passageway.
Mm-hmm.
All of you wait.
Yes.
There are some
Waiting.
sacred things about that room.
Alright.
He closes the book and approaches the passageway where everybody else is standing. Tiamat was not the only one in this tomb.
Ever or right now?
Ever.
Let him.
So there's another?
Well, I doubt she is living
She.
or unliving. His wife.
There was the sound of Elena's jaw hitting the ground.
There's a lot in here in the book. Withers was his apprentice or his aide. I think he was the one we fought in the library.
Withers.
Got his name.
I don't know. It's just what he has written.
Is it something we should pursue, or should we
Just hold on. And he opens the book back up and he flips back to the last page. According to this, his wife, Tiamat's wife, is buried here. And there's a passage about putting his soul, Tiamat's, to rest. He says he has lain it beside his wife. And he says Withers tells me it will not be an easy task to destroy its housing, but I hope that you can, and that there is a chance I may yet again see my wife and sons. Thank you,
Oh.
Spirit. May you aid the light as I fought to hide it from the dark. Vale,
Family.
I think you are the one that needs to do this.
Sorry, one more time.
Well, if everybody would stop crying, you're making me cry. I said
What are you
Vale.
talking about?
Shut up, all of you. This is not the time for jokes. I said Vale. I think you need to be the one to do this. Because it says, thank you, Spirit. Weren't you the one that was referred to as Spirit by
By Masuta.
Masuta? And you said, don't call me Spirit, I'm not a spirit.
Did say that.
He said you would know why one day.
Oh.
Can we all have the book now that he's...
Well, sure, if the Lich in the tomb said so, yeah.
Who
Yeah,
all can read Infernal?
I open up the book and I present it to everybody for everybody else to read, if they can.
I can read Infernal.
I cannot.
No.
I'm Stipala.
I like pineapple.
Vale, can you read Infernal?
I can.
One more time.
Yes.
Okay.
So me, Eldoris, and Vale can all read Infernal.
There we go. Book.
Hey, it's highlighted blue.
I don't know why. I copied and pasted from my iPhone notes, and it came in blue.
Cool.
Good thing I took
Um,
notes.
So this is a bit of a lore dump here. So
Excellent and well written.
does someone want to read it aloud so that we don't leave Sapala out and Elena out?
Yes, and
I'll read it to Sapal, but not Elena.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
I will.
Go ahead.
Entry 1. There's like a subtext here. The hand in the first entry is elegant and almost perfect in its calligraphy. I am finished. The endless war that plagues the land wears on my mind like a swarm of maggots. I fear for my vows. Let no harm come to innocence. The rule of the forge betrays the very nature of my duty. For while I and my forces fight to destroy the evil that terrorizes the land, I cannot help but question the cost. Cities razed in the ensuing battles between titans. Too long has this battle claimed the lives of mortals. I shall take my boon, hide it from the world, and safeguard it for all time. Entry 2. Similar to the first entry, the calligraphy is slightly rushed. The enemy is relentless. It seems they wish my boon as connection to the very bitch who blood permanently stains their folds.
Huh.
They shall not have them. My forces held them at bay. Their corpses line the walls of my sanctuary in an unbroken circle. Sad a needless loss of life. I fear they may whittle it down until naught is left but myself. My
You said it was
dying
rushed
wife,
calligraphy.
and my advisor withers. Enter 3. The ink on this page is dried and runs as the page becomes moist during its composition.
As if the page became moist during its composition.
Okay. Warning. I shall not let this sensation turn to anger. A small strike team made it past our defenses and slew my wife in her sleep. Though I feel the tug of revenge course through my veins, I must remain on the high ground. Mine is the path of peace, and I shall withstand. As I weep, Withers is preparing her a tomb adjacent to my throne, that she may forever be near me. Entry 4. The handwriting in this section is sloppy, and looks to be written by a child. Madness is growing ever nearer to me. Outside my sanctuary, the armies have ceased their fighting. Now waves of necrotic energy berate the enchantments around my fortress. Pushed back by waves of radiant energy, It seems, and that's not me. That's actual entry.
Yeah. It is. Oh,
That's not me.
cell phone.
That's
cell
not
phone spell check.
That's not me misreading it. It seems the enemy armies has fallen, and not only the great ones battle outside. The ground trembles as the titans duel, unaware or uncaring of the lives that end beneath them. Unintelligible scribbles for half a page.
Yes.
In large, deliberate letters, "We are dying." Entry 5. The writing is more frantic. Withers is a madman. He has drawn up contraptions to harness the necrotic energy that is killing us, and use it to protect ourselves. His devices are one part genius, one part insanity, and I am unsure which one harrows me more. Terrible traps and portals to other realms of existence, summoning creatures of terrible darkness to fight the coming darkness. It's poetic. Entry 6. This ink is in this portion is red and smeared across the page. This is my final entry. Dear reader, know that this was not my first choice, not my second, 10th, or 100th. The fate I willingly choose now as my last resort to protect the artifact that the coming darkness seeks. My once thriving sanctuary has become a desolate tomb. My once beautiful garden turned to cinders by raging fires. Only Withers and I remain, and he has one final trick up his sleeves. With the amount of necrotic energy we have harnessed from the outside battle, he believes it is possible for the two of us to achieve lichdom, eternal undeath, in the exchange to safeguard my artifact from the world.
You mean luncheon?
My death to ensue life, to ensure life. I accept this. Perhaps someday the prophecy will come true, and someone of high spirit will set me free. Perhaps not. But if you have come, and you are reading this, I warn you. There are powers that seek the blood on my hands for their own dark intentions. Guard them as zealously as I have. If you seek to grant my soul rest, I have lain it beside my wife. Hidden within my throne room, Withers tells me it will not be an easy task to destroy its housing. But I hope that you can, and that there's a choice. I may yet again see my wife and sons. Thank you, spirits. May you aid the light as I fight to hide the dark. Diamak. Man,
He was a good guy.
a little mad there
He
towards
was
the
a
end,
good
but
guy. I'm a terrible person.
if you seek to grant my soul rest, I have lain it beside my wife, hidden within my throne room. Maybe he's talking about the scepter?
Whatever it is, we need to enter this room cautiously
Well,
and reverently.
he says if we something within his throne room. So let's not enter that room just yet. I'm going to sit on one of the stairs and cast Detect Magic to see what I see within 30 feet of me.
And everything glows.
You're casting Detect Magic right now?
Yes.
Ritual or immediate?
It's ritual. I don't have it prepared.
All right. What are you all doing in the next 10 minutes?
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna inspect the paintings and see if that has something.
You're inspecting which one?
The paintings, just like
Oh.
them in general.
So as you look around and inspect all the paintings around the room, you see not only the drawings of Xavier and not yourself and Vale and Laura. You see other people. You see what appears to be a tiefling woman laying in a bed, and there is a dark figure behind that appears to be plunging a dagger into her sheets. You see other grotesque images of. You see Withers actually on another corner of the room with Xavier as a flash going by and him turning to dust in an almost cartoonish way. You piece together that these blind, mute, and deaf artists are depicting those who have died within these rooms.
Okay. I'm assuming that takes the entirety of my 10 minutes.
Yeah, just going around and admiring grotesque artwork.
Uldoris would like to examine the other statue.
The other statues?
Yeah, that's what those 6 stars are, you said, right?
Yes. So you make an investigation check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So each one appears to be slightly different from the other. Some very chiseled jawline with a steep beard coming from one, its horns coming down in a ram shape that curl in the front of its head, all holding the same scepter. The next one has a kind of almost boyish face, horns going straight to the back, each wearing kind of monk-like robes, similar to what Diamak was wearing himself. And as you make your way around, you gather that these are important figures to what once was the governing seat of Diamak's culture here.
Interesting. He goes to touch one of the scepters and pauses and decides to wait until Xavier finishes casting his spell.
Oh, that reminds me. Yes, Sapala.
What? Sorry, what happened to Diamox's body?
It dissolved into acid, I believe.
It did?
Did it?
Yeah.
Gross.
I thought it withered to ash.
Well,
But
she hit it with an acid spell. I believe I said it caved in on itself, if I'm not mistaken.
That's
So is his body still there?
In a bubblegum colored pinkish
that's right.
pool. There is some viscous chunks remaining.
Okay. So Sipala is going to place a flower on that stuff. And she is going to pray for his soul and wish it peace.
Okay.
And such.
Make a perception check.
Hashtag yes.
Heck and heck.
Heckin' yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, heck. Oh heck, that's the wrong book.
Hewlett is an old school.
Oh, heckin'.
22.
22. Okay. As you are placing this flower and everyone else is busy, Laura is being attended to by a non-dual, and Bernie was helping Xavier with the statue, and Elena is busy with the book, looking at paintings. Vale, what have you been doing, actually?
I was wondering if it was all just paintings around the walls, or if there was like carvings, engravings, that sort of thing.
Okay, so you're doing similar to what Elena is doing, and yes, the answer is yes. That's what everyone is doing. Or that's what.
I could make a convenient rubbing of.
Make an investigation check. However, while you are doing that, as Sapala, you're saying your prayer and you have your eyes closed and are kind of taking in the ambiance of this room, you hear from coming down the hall a sick, almost slurping noise. And I'm going to, I'll be completely honest, and as one voice actor to another potential voice actor, I cannot do justice to the sound effect, but I know Uldoris can. Uldoris, will you do me the honor and make the most wet, gross, slurpy monster sound you can? That's what you.
Anyone else hungry now?
I do not like. Oh, what is that?
Anyone else want
Uh,
pudding?
But that's only Sapala hears this.
Sorry, I can't hear anything right now.
Oh,
Legit.
I'm gonna put myself where I am.
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay, now
So you're up there. Vale, you're probably looking around or two. Paula's right in the middle of the room where DMAC fell. And
I
these
guess
two
I'm
are busy.
over here with this jerk.
Yep. There we go. So, Sapala, that is what you hear coming down the hallway towards you.
I didn't hear anything. I got
Oh, no.
Lovely.
Those noises.
Man, I need something to eat.
Guys,
What's up?
Yes.
does anybody hear that?
Hear what?
The weird, slimy sound.
Do we hear it now, Cal?
As you all kind of look in her direction, you see cresting the edge of the precipice up here a sick, almost twisted sludge-like entity. It's if I describe the Pokemon Muck is probably one of the closest things I
Yeah.
can describe. You see like two long skeletal arms protruding from this thick tar-like substance. Its face elongated with sunken white eyes as it's coming forward with this gasping sound, and immediately
And
It dies.
It eats Apollo.
it eats Apollo right then and
Oh,
there. I need, let me see here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, yep. I need Benedictus, Xavier, Ananduil, Laura, Sapala, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and Oldorez to make
Woo!
a Constitution
High
saving throw.
five, George.
I'm sorry for praying for people. I apologize.
hey, Constitution's not my dump stat.
Why, Sapala? You gave everyone a round to react and not just get snuck up on by this.
Natural.
That's very true.
Hey Xavier, you know what you get?
+4.
Oh wait.
Yes.
Oh no. Actually, not all of you. I lied. It's not. I thought it was everyone. I'm incorrect. It's whoever makes eye contact with.
Well, I
Which-
look,
Oh.
Oh.
Everyone's looking at that direction. So I'm gonna roll a 1d 1, 2, 3, 4. If there's 6, there's 5 of you, so I'll just roll a d6 and ignore 6s. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, there's 6 of you. 1,
I don't
2,
know if I
3,
would be looking.
4,
Didn't
5.
someone say, "Hey, look"?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then never mind. I am.
That's just
No,
evil.
I didn't
Thanks,
say it. I
Cameron.
said, did y'all hear that sound?
Hey guys, look.
Mackenzie, Constitution savings.
Can I just keep the one I rolled?
What'd you roll?
I rolled 18 +4 plus another 4 from Bernie.
Okay, that's
So-
fine.
So 26. Yeah. Oh my god, if I'm getting shit on with
Okay,
a giant
so,
amount of damage.
nothing. Oh, you wish.
No, I don't. That's the thing.
Anyway, you look at it and its eyes lock on yours, and you just see the depths of its eyes, almost staring into an inky black void with these far off distant stars deep beneath, and you feel this terrible darkness come over you. The necrotic energy seems to pulsate from this being. Its limbs, pure necrotic energy. You wager that this is one of those twisted creations that were harnessed from the necrosis that was plaguing this temple years ago. However, you passed
withers.
your save. However, so
pass the test.
nothing happens. So at that point, initiative.
Man, I feel like my natural 20 goes wasted.
It was.
I'm sorry.
Sipala, get away from that.
Well, I got a 10.
Wah, wah, wah.
Total or
Yeah. I rolled a 5.
All right. 25 to 20?
20.
23?
23 for Vale. And that was Xavier with a 20?
Yes.
20 to 15? Wow, really?
Good sign.
15 to 10.
I got a 13.
I got a 10.
12 on Bernie.
Okay. So that was Sapala had a 13, right?
Yeah.
Ernie. And then Ellie.
Yeah.
So I guess that means Oldores is taking up the rear?
Hey, I got a 7.
Okay. Top of the round is Vale. So turning around, you just see this sludge creature cresting over and glaring at Mackenzie. Or I'm gonna do this all night. Xavier, names, people exist.
This is gonna go well. I'd like to leap down from where I am.
Hut.
Run over to here-ish, I believe the wraps were.
Yes.
Securing the wraps first.
Heck yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna grab
yeah.
And then run back over here.
Start running up, and I am going to turn around. I'm going to channel Serenay's power and shoot a tiny little fireball at it.
Fireball?
Fireball.
Tiny. It's not. It's produce flame. It's
Oh,
a cantrip.
okay.
Might as
Gonna
well
say,
be,
Where have you been
fireballs.
hiding this all this time?
Right?
Just
Hey,
rub your
guys,
hands
check this
furiously
out.
together.
Got a little cold.
Check this out.
Took a page out of Xavier's book.
Yeah, right.
Hey, not my book.
By the way, guys, firestorm.
Yeah, I remember counterspelling that.
Ranged spell attack. I know how to do spells.
Oh, by the way, are you specifically averting your eyes from the creature?
No, you didn't
No.
say she was.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
God, well, I really hope I make this. I just rolled a natural 20. Well, that's not great. This is gonna make me unconscious, isn't it? That's gonna make me sad. 7.
Oh my god.
I'm dead.
What are your hit points right now?
Not good.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Oh,
why I was
jeez.
running away.
And then you had to turn around and look at it.
Actually, it doesn't matter what your hit points are technically. So I'm just going to, as you look up at it and its eyes hit on yours, the same wave of just cold hits you. And you just feel the cold in your bones and in your muscles, and everything around you just seems to fade 100 miles away. As if trapped within your own head, your vision suddenly goes black. And you are reduced to 0 hit points and fall
Sweet.
unconscious.
I did it.
Oh.
Well, there goes that nat 20.
Sorry. And as its gaze leaves your now unconscious body, it begins to look around the room toward others of you, trying to look you in the eyes.
No.
Xavier, it is your turn.
Sapala, get Vale. Okay, you tough bastard. I'm going to take a page from your book and
Yeah,
I'm
and you're also within 30 feet and starting your turn, so I need you to make another Constitution saving throw. Oh wait, no, you're not surprised. So if you're averting your eyes
okay.
at the start of your turn.
I'm not really looking at. I'm looking at an area and around it.
Okay.
So I'm not
Okay.
looking directly at it.
So you're averting your gaze. Got it.
Yes. Are those zombie guys not around it?
No,
Are-
not too close.
So they're kind of where
Nearest-
they are now.
Yeah, they're where they are now.
So take a page from Diamac's book. Wall of fire. Same spot. Pushing him back.
Nice.
Okay.
So yeah, it's gonna stretch.
Stole my idea.
It's gonna stretch, basically stretch here
And
between the guys.
that's a dexterity saving throw, correct?
C.
I literally pulled it out to do that.
Well, it fails.
All right.
Oh, there you go, Kayla.
It's 5d8. Where's my last 8? Okay, that's just average roll. 10. 22 points of fire damage it takes.
22. You watch as the flames lick across its body that spring up across the ground, and you see some of the flames near it almost get extinguished by its droopy, drippy, necrotic ooze. It does seem to be taking a little bit of damage to this flame. It doesn't seem comfortable. However, the flames don't seem to be engulfing it the way you expected.
I'm hoping, I believe, by the spell, I get to choose which side it appears on.
Mhm.
When each creature in its area. Oh, I have to look at the spell card. Doesn't give the whole description.
Weird.
One side of the wall selected by you when you cast a spell deals. A creature takes the same damage that enters the wall for the first time on a turn or ends its turn. This side of the wall deals no damage.
So what are you doing?
Yeah. I just want to try to be behind that wall of fire.
Okay, yeah. So you pop it up in front of it here.
So
Kinda-
kind of block our vision from it too, so it can't
Yep.
gaze at us.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
I'll move up. Oh, I don't have the select tool. Move up here, and that'll be it.
Okay. At the end of your turn, you take 5 points of necrotic damage as the entire air in this room seems to have been sucked cold by the mere presence of this being. And it is now its turn.
I'm gonna die.
Boy, it does not have much.
That's good.
Let's try to
Let's hope
pray.
it doesn't have much hit points either.
It's going to come through the wall of flame, which means it takes another
Ooh.
dexterity saving throw,
Mm.
which it fails. So roll your damage.
Ooh, that's a lot of high numbers. I like seeing that. 30 points of fire damage.
Okay, and again, you watch as it comes the flames, and it just doesn't seem to be doing what you expect it to be doing to this creature. Almost extinguishing the wall of flame as it comes over, and as it crests the ledge, Sapala, you look up as it almost pours itself like a waterfall over the edge. And it's coming down on you with its massive, not massive, but its skeletal, slimy hand.
Reach out and touch.
Do I get a reaction?
Oh no, it's just trying to hit you. 16?
To hit?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Goodbye, everybody.
I mean, to be fair, I did tell you to get out of there.
I can't
You
do anything.
take. Oh, wait, that was just the necrotic damage.
Oh, shit.
Don't say that.
So, I mean, what?
Only 1,000 points of damage.
No, I just rolled the wrong thing first. Okay. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as its claw-like hand slams into you, and you think that's it, as it opens a slight gash on your shoulder, and then the muck from its hand seems to seep into the wound, and you take
Ugh.
18 points of necrotic damage. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Alright, just give me a moment.
Roll high. Roll high.
Because at this point, I assume because you have not told me you are averting your gaze yet.
I'm heckin' averting my gaze, obviously.
Well, you guys don't all know
I'll be
that.
right back.
Someone would have to
Um,
shout. Someone would have to shout out. Don't look
yeah.
at his eyes.
Don't look at
Okay,
his
so-
eyes.
Con save?
Con save.
Okay, that's not bad at all. And I get the +4. Do I get the +4?
I don't think you're within range of burn.
No, I haven't moved from the stairs yet.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah. So nothing seems to happen as you lock your eyes on it. You just see that dark void and feel the cold press in on you.
Heck in the heck. Okay.
All right. And that is its turn. And Sapala, it is now your.
Whoa.
All I can picture in my head is like, you remember GAC?
Yeah.
When you were a kid, you could like fold it and you could squeeze it. It would make that noise.
Alright,
I mean, you're not far off.
I'm going to run to Vale. Yeah,
As
Okay.
you run, it's going to take a swipe at you as you run away from it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fuck me.
No,
That's a natural 20.
it hits.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. You take 8 bludgeoning damage as you turn.
I'm down.
Okay, so I'm not going to roll the rest then. As you
Please
turn to
don't.
run, as you turn. Oh yeah, it won't do anything more on its turn. With that, so as you turn to run away to help Vale, you lock eyes on her as she's falling down. You take one step and you just feel this claw go into your back. It hits something kind of vital, and your vision just immediately goes white. And you are on the ground, bleeding out. Oh, I should probably. I said this guy's down here now.
That's the first time I've gone down, but okay. I'm okay.
It loses the thrill after the first couple times.
Bernadictus, it is now your turn. Are you averting your gaze?
Well, let me tell you something about Bernadictus. He does not know how to not look his enemy in the eye.
Okay. Constitution saving throw, my friend.
Well
I
said.
applaud you. I
Well
applaud
said.
your
This is
bravado.
the part where I tell you I get a +16 because of paladin shenanigans.
Please roll a 1.
Shenanigans.
I'd laugh so hard if you rolled a 1.
Oh,
I have an 18.
fucking close.
I would have laughed so hard.
Just predicting
Yeah.
the
So
rolls.
gazing in the eyes, it looks over at you, and you hear this, and it doesn't seem to do anything.
The show is
That was a
scripted.
weird noise that I wasn't intending to come out.
Oh,
It was
man, I
unnerving
know.
for
I
sure.
made a bird screech to like simulate a giant bird, and there was just a bunch of gurgling come out. And I turned
Yeah.
into a zombie after that because why not?
Yeah, that was meant to be more of a sound, and it came out like.
All right,
So-
I know what one part I want to do. I'm checking for a spell. Let's see, we go here. Check Crusader's Mantle. Crusader's Mantle is a standard act. Crap. Okay. That's the better of the multiple ideas I'm having. Right here. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna go down and do. First off, I'm gonna figure out where that D4 went. Come here.
Probably underfoot.
Yeah.
I think you know
where it was.
Like all other caltrops usually tend to find their way to.
All right, here goes my last spell. I'm down here. Fail. You're down here too, right?
Right.
Ish.
He's down. She's down.
He's like on the last step, or she's on like the last step of the stairs there.
Yeah, I thought you were over here because you grabbed the rabbit.
No, she grabbed them and then ran away.
It's a matter of debate how far I got.
Oh,
Okay.
judging where you are on the map, right here.
Well then,
That's where I intended to end up, just, vertically.
all right. Let's see. Pool of healing power that replenishes when you take a long
It's
rest.
touch.
Total number of hit points equal to your paladin level times 5. Okay. So I'm level 9, 45 hit points. Hey, Sapala.
Hmm.
Feel better by 45.
Oh shit! Yeah, 45
Hey,
hit points
Vale.
now.
Thanks.
You're far away, so you're getting my last spell slot, a level 3 healing word.
Word up.
I'm in a dark room. I can't read that very well. Alright, so it's 4 plus 3. No, don't go there. That's 10 from the dice, 4 from my... You get 14 hit points back. That's my move, standard, and bonus.
Now you just sit there, growl at the ooze thingy with bones.
Reach down, put my hand on Sapala, go, get better. And then I yell at Vale, get up!
Accurate.
That's it.
Okay. At the end of your turn, you take 5 points of necrotic damage
That's fair.
as its mere presence has chilled you to the bone. And Elena, it is
So I'm gonna avert my gaze.
okay.
Can I shoot it with an arrow without like completely looking at it?
Yeah, you can shoot a roll of disadvantage.
Ooh, that's fine. Let's see. 15 plus 9. 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
I don't have any spells, so just a. Oh wait, but I'm gonna use Colossus Slayer as well, which is another D8, I think. Oh gosh, 8 damage,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna hit it again. I rolled a 10 and a natural 20, so a 19 to hit.
A 19 will hit.
I'm so upset about that nat 20.
How do you think Eldora
Telling
feels?
me.
Yeah, the natural 20 I rolled that I didn't even get acknowledged.
I'm sorry.
13
Oh, no, wait.
damage.
You don't need to roll it. Never mind. Oh,
Okay.
I'm gonna look away more.
Okay. End of your turn.
Yeah.
Oldrez, it is your turn.
well, he was going to.
Oh, actually, oh yeah. Were you looking away?
Well, he was going to run down to Vale. That's where his attention was
Okay.
when he saw Vale. But looking down and seeing Vale get revived, and not really understanding what was going on, he is going to cast Witch Bolt he's not. He's gonna try not to make eye contact with this thing. Not because he knows anything, but because he's scared crapless right now.
Okay, so roll it with
Um,
disadvantage though.
Probably just saw it, just probably watched it roll through the fucking fire. Snuggle says, "Hey, Eldoris, more nat 20s in this game than nat 1s in last night's game."
All right, so I rolled a 10 and a 6. My spell attack modifier is +9, so that would be 15.
A 15 just barely hits.
Yes.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
All right, I haven't cast a spell in a while, so
It's
I gotta
It's
remember.
5d12, or yeah, 5d12.
Yeah, 4d12 plus.
And what kind of damage is it?
It's lightning damage.
Okay.
So it's 1d12, 4d12 plus 1d12 lightning per slot level above first.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's 5th level, so it'd be
Yeah, so 5d12.
Ooh, nasty.
All right, let's see.
If only a nat 20'd that would have been fucking great.
I'm digging out all my d12s.
Have a vaporizing move like Xavier.
Right. All right, let's see what we get. That was cocked. So it's 15. Another 15. And 16 points. No, wait. 15, 15, and 1. 31 points of lightning damage.
All right. So you avert your gaze from it as best you can, trying not to get sick from the sight of this creature. You cast your witch bolt, which arcs toward the creature, and suddenly, not watching the creature and knowing what happened, you see your witch bolt smash into the wall where you were just looking, realizing that your spell ricocheted off the creature.
Ow!
What?
In a good way or a bad way?
Not good. Not good. With whatever movement he's got left, he's gonna try and reach out for Vale to try and help her up the steps. Kind of like he's kind of doing the
like helping the old lady up the stairs. Sort of deal.
yeah, he's kind of doing the
Throw away the lamp!
the Black Panther thing where at the end of Infinity War where he reaches around, come on, this is not the place to die.
And then dies himself.
I don't like this plan.
5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, as you do that, Eldora, is that ending your turn to help her up?
Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to push you down here like you're helping her, and you take 5 necrotic damage.
Oh.
And that brings us back to the top of the round. Vale, it is your turn.
So don't cast magic.
I get a second turn.
Twice as many from the Diamac fight.
Oh boy! And down again. No,
Are you averting your gaze? I'm kidding.
I am staring at the floor.
Okay.
I'm currently on the floor.
Okay.
I'm gonna get up, and I am going to cast Bless on myself, Sapala, and Eldoris.
No one else?
Oh, bless your heart.
I can only do 3, okay?
Oh, okay. I forgot. I'm
Jeez,
sorry. I forgot it was
This
only
guy.
Hashtag bless.
Oh, hey, what did Laura
can
and
do.
Anandu?
Oh, they haven't gone.
They're dead.
Top of the round. They haven't gone.
They're already dead. So, Sapala, Eldoris, and I, when you make an attack roll or a saving throw, you can roll an additional d4 and add it.
Now I need someone with Bane.
Yeah, bonus action, I'm going to chug the Singorn special.
It's a greater healing potion, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's called the Singorn special. It's
For dice
special.
rolling.
What is that?
No, he's right. I
44
actually
plus
have that
4.
written down too. I have Singorn special written down.
44
Yes.
plus 4.
Okay.
We've made a new thing, guys. This
Singorn
It's
special.
Singorn special. Wow. That
All ones.
Singorn is not special. Singorn
Oh.
sucks. Yeah, 1, 1, 1, 2.
Oh man.
Ooh, 9 points of healing.
So 9.
I was closest without going over.
Singorn sucks.
I could have told you that.
I'm go up there. A little farther. That's it.
Okay, you take 5 points of necrotic damage.
Hey.
So you only heal 4.
Yep. I'm
Um,
aware.
and that brings us to Xavier's turn.
Averting my gaze, because I don't like this feeling.
Is this something we're supposed to do? Not look at it?
Don't look at it.
Good to know now.
Now you tell me.
Sapala,
This guy, I tell you.
switch with me,
Hey.
and I will cast benign
What?
teleportation and switch places with her.
What?
Huh?
We switch places.
What the heck?
That's so cool.
I
Right?
didn't.
I'll be still averting my gaze as I'm there, but I want to be able to see part of its form in my peripheral.
Mm-hmm.
And having the Solaris Feather the shadows wrap around it as I cast Shadow Blade.
Okay. It is still disadvantage.
I can't attack. I use my main action to teleport to switch
Ah, I see.
and I'm just like in a ready stance, trying to like keep like looking at it, but not directly.
Okay. Kind of knowing where it is, basically.
Yes,
Is that the end of your turn?
tis.
5 points of necrotic damage. And now it is its turn.
This is that room in the video game where you can't kill the thing you're trying to kill, and you all just die from
Yeah.
damage over time.
Yeah.
Yeah, funny guys.
Xavier, I'd like you to make like everyone, ridiculous cons.
What?
Say that again.
What did you just say?
Everyone has ridiculous con.
What?
I almost thought I heard
No,
something
he
else.
was
too.
talking. He was talking about Xavier specifically.
I was gonna say.
It's
Pretty
only
sure
plus
Xavier-
4.
No, Xavier and Benedictus. Anyway, he's just gonna smack you.
Okay.
Whoopsh.
That's okay. That's okay. That's 21.
Shit. Even with shield, it's yeah.
Ugh.
All right.
I keep forgetting to use my mage armor scroll.
So you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
4 points? Are you kidding me?
plus 17 necrotic damage.
God.
So just like Sapala, as you're standing there, it slashes you, and you kind of don't feel that bad. And then you look down, you see this kind of leftover ichor on your arm, and it seeps in, and you just feel this in your chest as the cold
I don't
seeps into your
I
veins.
don't like being at 1 hit point.
Oh, Nikes.
I should probably roll roll to keep concentration on my spell.
Better use that Singorn special.
I
Oh, do I need to
used
roll
it.
concentration for the necrotic damage
What was that?
at the end of the turn?
Concentration on what?
Bless.
Oh,
Pretty sure that's concentration.
I mean, yeah, but the DC's like
10.
10.
10.
Don't
You
overestimate my power.
So what
Well,
was that all total? The damage
11.
It was 4, and the dice is still up there.
21.
17.
So 21 total.
Yeah, 21 total.
Okay, so half that. That's still 10 because you have to round down. So
Well, I almost failed it.
Well, so I have advantage. I rolled a 17 and a 3, but I have +8, so that's 11.
What?
'Cause I have +4, but because it's a saving throw, I get +4 from Bernie.
Why are you taking the lower number?
Oh, I don't know why. I don't know why. I thought it was
The hell are you doing?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Wake up! Come on, 1 hit point.
Wake up! Wake up! No, okay, so 25.
This guy. Oh, I'll take disadvantage just because I can.
Voluntary disadvantage.
Even though it's advantage from my. Okay.
In the wake of certain death, I
Okay.
choose disadvantage.
My favorite terrain.
And that brings us to Sapala. We're back to you.
Ow!
Consent, Savior. Um,
What? I'm so
It's a
confused.
joke.
Love it.
Consent.
So,
Hashtag me too.
oh gosh.
It's a very serious movement. Everyone, don't. I don't mean to make love.
So I'm gonna cast Moonbeam
Okay.
on the weird thing.
All right.
Not on anybody else, obviously.
And can you tell me what type of damage that is?
It's
that
it's
is radiant.
Okay.
It's a monster killer
Okay.
damage.
And I'm gonna cast it at a 4th level.
All right.
Damn.
Kill
For this
it!
thing. I'm
So I think it's.
heckin' tired of it.
I think it's normally. I want to say 2d10 or something.
Sounds right.
Yeah, it's normally 2d10, but if
Yeah.
on a failed save, but if it passes,
It still
it
takes
takes half as much.
Yeah,
So
but because you're
I
casting at
wanted
high
to-
level, it's +2 more d10s.
Yeah.
So 4d10. Damn.
So it needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, turning the tables.
Yeah.
That'll
Bring
be
it on,
a
slut.
6.
Yeah.
I love
that
it when
laugh.
Kayla does her evil laugh.
Okay.
What have I changed?
Roll the dice.
Oh, my wall of fire is down, by the way.
All right. Oh, oh. I think I might have to use my calculator for this.
Now I have a quick question for you. Can you read Moonbeam to me one more time?
Yes. A silvery beam of pale light shines down in a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range. Until the spell ends, dim light fills the cylinder. When a creature enters the spell area for the first time on turns or starts its turn there, it is engulfed in ghostly flames that cause searing pain, and it must make a Constitution saving throw. It takes 2d10 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much chance on damage on a successful one.
Fascinating. It's only a point within range and not a point you can see.
Mhm.
What?
A point within range, so you don't have to be able to see it.
Yep. You
Yeah,
don't
you
have
don't-
you
yeah.
don't have to see it.
You don't have to blind fire.
Fascinating.
So 60 feet that way.
Oh, heck.
I was going to try to get one more con save in here.
Oh, yes.
I love that sound.
Right?
I love Kayla's reactions.
20 damage.
20 damage?
Yeah.
As you point toward this creature and this beam of moonlit energy cascades from an unknown source ceiling, comes down, and you just hear the sickening wail as these ghostly flames begin to lick up the side. You watched as the fire did nothing, but these radiant flames seem to not only rend the necrotic ooze from its bones, but completely evaporate it. And in just a moment, you hear it and evaporate practically, leaving behind just a smoldering mass on the.
F yeah.
And that's where we'll take our break.
I feel so cool.
Yay!
Xavier is on his back on the floor.
And then the next one drops from the ceiling.
On Xavier.
Shit! As it's falling, I make a con save.
Yep.
Well,
Before
we'll
you hit-
see you
before it
when we
hits
get
again.
back.
See you when we get back. 10 minutes?
See you in 10.
we're back to ASMR edition of Taldor.
Please no.
Oh god,
How's
I hate
everyone
it.
doing? How's everyone doing today? Are you ready to get this going?
Look at this.
Wait, let me go get my soap.
Oh, I love those videos. I'm not gonna lie.
I have my knife right here.
Videos.
All
You
right.
guys would love to cast Magic Missile.
From my
What's
wallet.
happening?
The woman came screaming into the room. Oh my god, I am on fire.
Oh, was it? It's like the reading of 50 Shades of Grey by I can't
Gilbert
remember.
Godfrey,
Yeah.
that's one of the best videos.
All right, let's go.
clitoris!
You know, I have to really wonder. I have to wonder why people listen to us. Is it for our role play and our gaming, or is it for our side conversation?
Definitely our side
A
conversation.
little bit of all,
Snuggles,
everything, but I think mainly the side conversations.
People
Snuggles,
listen to
what
us?
do you like? Do you like our tangent, Snuggles?
I wouldn't watch us.
All right, well,
We'll
while,
wait
we
the-
wait for, while we wait for him to answer that.
Hey, Cal, did you have an announcement that you were gonna say?
Oh.
today?
I mean, isn't it kind of late at this point? It's like partway through the video.
They make
Yeah.
announcements halfway.
It's too late.
All right.
Oh, what?
Think of
Is
it
it
as
too
a
late?
halftime show.
It's not. Yeah,
Halftime show.
I don't
All right.
watch halftime shows.
Well, I'm gonna take a little video clip of this and I'll post.
Well, I was a
Critical
being
fan
geek,
page.
so
So
it's a fun
um,
distraction. Announcement.
Speaking of announcement. This has been under the table for about a month now. Everyone's kind of been keeping it hush hush for me, but we've had our official reveal on Facebook now, so I want to let my community here know as well. This DM
Community.
is soon to be a daddy DM,
Yeah. Papa DM.
Papa
Are
DM.
you,
So excited.
are you doing a video with later on with the like gender reveal?
Oh, we'll do something like that, yeah. Well, when we know everything, figure something out.
Awesome.
But yeah,
She's
I'm
gonna be a
be.
mage, a caster, or an archer.
Paula's gonna be an
Yeah.
aunt.
Or elf.
Oh no, yeah, we gotta do. I gotta do a.
A D&D
Uh,
theme.
I
Was it
should
like
make
First or
a
second
character
edition
sheet.
elf was the class.
Yes.
So is dwarf.
Snuggles says,
Yeah.
"Welcome to the club."
Woohoo!
Cal.
Snuggles. Oh, are you a new daddy too?
He's a daddy.
Yeah, I'll make a character sheet for my young one when they come.
the
so.
youngin. Okay.
The
let's
young,
get back
young.
to the
Anyway,
D&D.
back to the
Okay.
game. Yeah.
Exciting
now-
news aside.
Thank you guys. Thank you for your support. Thank you all for the wonderful congratulations and everything. Snuggles, I'm happy to join you, buddy. I'm elated right now. Anyway, so where was I? Right, there's a dead necrotic muck monster in the center of the room, as everyone now hurts a little bit more.
Actually, I'm up 2 points.
I'm up 15.
I'm down.
I'm still at 60.
I'm still at 6.
Hey, guess what Xavier gets? He gets
Punch
a
in the
big
face.
old long freaking pint of healing potion.
What kind?
Come in pints.
Ah, the kind that is
A lager.
not able to be read right now. Sweet crap.
Wish I had a pint of
Basic,
healing
greater,
potion.
or superior? God, I hope it's the superior.
No, I mean I can't actually see straight. Ow.
Oh gosh, are you okay?
Do you need a break?
Honestly, I think I just need to go to bed. But, like Barney, I refuse.
So don't. Oh yeah, but you're not a dragonborn, so
Who's
don't.
got a bad
That's a
headache, everybody?
G. That's a greater healing potion.
You want me to roll, or are you gonna roll?
You go ahead and roll that. I'm not gonna threaten
Go ahead.
dice.
Don't make him do math right now.
That's why I asked.
Ah.
Just roll better than I did. I set the bar low.
Oh, that one's cocked. There you go.
Alright.
I mean, out of 4 of those, I rolled 1. I rolled a 1.
All right. So as everyone's healing up in here, what are we gonna do next?
So where did that thing come? Did it like squeeze under the door or something?
You don't know.
So
I
quickly,
would like to know.
like clap my fans or whatever. Gather around. And I'm gonna take
Huh?
10 minutes and cast Tiny Hut.
Oh, smart.
10 minutes.
smart.
Gather round. Now wait.
Should
Wait
we
for
long
10
rest?
minutes.
Should we long rest?
I look Elena. Yes. I have a hole
You're
in
going
my
to
cloak.
long rest
Uh,
in a dungeon.
We're sleeping here.
Yes.
This does not sound like a good idea.
We
No, it
could
does not.
go into
Unless something
the
is
other room.
Unless something is able to dispel magic, we are completely fine.
Oh, is
I'm
this the
pretty
secret?
sure-
The secret you do?
Just about anything in here could dispel magic.
We defeated the casters.
The ones we know about.
What the hell was that blob thing?
We could go into the tomb, the wife's tomb, and hide out in there.
Well,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
let's sleep next to a dead lady.
I don't
Well,
care.
you
I'm
get a
setting
dead
it.
blob out here.
I don't care. I'm setting it up right here. I kind of want some protection in case something else comes.
Right?
Sycophantic head.
Stabbing.
That's literally how wizards. in my
Ritual
other game-
faster.
I have two wizards in my last game. One had a clap for
Oh,
10
okay.
minutes. The other had a snap for 10 minutes to do casting.
Wow.
So you are setting up a tiny hut in the center of the room here.
Yep. I'll make sure everyone's around for when it casts, so they can freely come and go.
Okay.
Go
Remind me
check
of
the
this-
secret room for traps.
Remind me of the size of a tiny hut.
Let me.
10 by 10.
Huge.
Yeah.
I think
Is it 10 radius?
I think it's 10 radius.
Are we going to get a mansion?
A 10-foot radius immovable dome of force.
It's an entitled ranger, I tell you.
Is that 10? Is that 10 there? Or is that 20?
That's
I think-
that's 20 by 25.
So that's 10. That's the radius. So a full circle around.
Huzzah!
So it can be here.
We'd off it.
Oh.
We'd probably sleep back to back.
There you go.
There you go, that's
We've
perfect.
done the
Enough.
hut before.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
centered right
Secret
here.
room for traps.
Can
Okay.
we
Okay.
not include that dead body?
With a flower on it.
No, she doesn't want to include the dead body. Dead body isn't included. No dead bodies included.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
It doesn't have any feelings, anyways.
Okay.
So we rest.
I'm gonna at least short rest for now. If we want to keep
It's pulling me
investigating,
in.
I just put this up just so we have protection.
All right. So what kind of rest are we taking?
I mean, if we're willing to take a short rest with some, or a long rest with some shifts, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with a short rest as well.
Short for
Can
now, I
someone read
guess.
to me the journal again?
At this point, I'll go ahead and put it in everyone's journal since it's been read aloud.
Okay.
Thank you.
I kind of want to do a different recording of that.
Of
Yeah.
the book.
Yeah, post that.
I will take a short rest in the hut, and while I'm doing so, I'm kind of holding the book and reading it to Sapala.
Oh,
And
Okay.
I'm trying to kind of like Lave did with Giant. I'm kind of trying to teach her some of the,
Elena wants to get in on that.
Okay.
trying to teach her some of the, what is it?
Normal
Up
character.
in final.
Infernal. Thank you. Trying to teach her
Infernal.
some of the infernal language.
Damn, Sapala's
Basic-
gonna know all the languages now.
Can
Well, I
Elena
do
join
have-
in that, please?
I do have the
Um,
linguist thingy.
Oh, nice.
It's going to take a long time to learn an entire language.
Oh yeah.
I just
Oh,
want
yeah,
to
no,
start the
just-
process.
Alright.
Just like teaching her a
rolling
couple
hit
words.
dice.
All right.
Oh, hit dice sound great.
Yeah. So you can definitely work on that. Who's keeping an eye on things?
If I can still heal, I will. You set up watches during a short rest.
Yeah.
When
you-
when
not
you use
strenuous.
hit dice, this may be a stupid question. When you use hit dice on a short rest, do you include your con mod with?
Yes.
the-
Yeah.
Okay.
It's what you
I-
want plus your con mod.
I read on a website that it had the feat I have they had it wrong, and I got really hopeful for a minute while I was looking at it. I was like, wait, that's not what mine does. This isn't right. Went and checked the player's handbook. Yeah, they got it wrong.
Oh.
It was like you get 2 times your con mod when you roll hit dice.
God
But that's incorrect. But what the feat actually does is I can't get less than 2 times my con mod, not an additional 2 times. Yay!
It only took most of my hit dice, but I'm back at full HP.
I know what that's like.
Thank God.
And we're back to normal.
But I get no more spells.
So what is it again?
You have a hit die per level.
Which
I believe yours are d8s, and you can roll it. Add your con mod to heal during the short rest. You can spend as many as you want. Oh, God damn it!
What the heck is my D8?
I want more hit point. Oh my son. See, this is why I took durable, because I roll shit.
Yeah.
8, 3, 2, 1, 3.
Can't find my D8.
Well, guess I'm gonna spend all my hit dice too.
I have 2 left. I feel better, but I want to keep this up, so keep this dome up, so you guys can
There we go.
freely travel the tomb. But I have to stay here.
There we go.
Wait,
I'm at
what?
2 left now. Also,
You have to do what?
he's gonna keep it up, but we should explore.
Yeah, you guys
He has to
can-
stay inside.
I have to stay inside, or the spell fades.
I don't think it's wise for anybody to be left alone.
Well, when you
Of course not.
have
That's why I'm going with you.
when you have one of the best shields. Okay. Bye bye, Bernie. Hopefully you get better.
Yeah.
And he's gonna keep you safe. Smart to keep the caster safe.
I'm a caster.
Keep
Now
the
remind me,
eye-
guys, just so I keep an eye. The scepter that you or the mace that you currently have came from where?
The scepter from the throne,
No.
or what mace?
The
Scepter.
you guys were the scepter.
Oh. I wanted to investigate that. So if we do have it.
Yeah, no, just my question was where did you guys get that one again?
I don't remember.
I thought we got it in this room.
Okay, yeah. So it's the one from the throne. Just reading my notes, making sure you guys have the one.
Okay. I would
What I
actually do it at 10 minutes. I will cast Identify on the scepter. I'll ask for whoever has it.
Weren't you
Okay.
doing detect magic?
I was. Then we were interrupted by necrotic ooze guy.
Sorry.
This is true.
Teach
And
you
the
a
spell
Your
ritual
fault,
cast.
Paula.
I prayed and he showed up.
No, it's not your fault.
Yes, it is.
No. Tombs are dangerous. We did not know what was coming.
So which are you casting Identify right now, or are you casting Detect Magic?
I'm identifying the scepter first.
All right. So while your 10 minutes are going on that, what does everyone else do?
I'd like to check out the secret room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, me too.
So Vale and Elena are going to head up to the secret room.
Be careful.
Ah!
Don't get stuck in there.
Feel an otherworldly force drawing me here.
Is anyone else going to go with them?
I
I'll
feel like that means somebody should.
I'm gonna tell Bernie too.
Else
All
want to be
right.
caught in the blast radius.
I'll go up there. Can't leave
Sounds
those kids alone.
Kind of sounds like a certain Furbog we all know and love.
Yeah.
Respectfully, I disagree.
I too am Enchanter Pumat's
So,
soul. Anyway,
I thought you were Sumat Paul.
This is great.
anyway. So the three of them, while Bernie's doing that, what are you doing? So I'll reread. Do you want me to reread how this room looks?
Yes, please.
The walls of this room are adorned with tile mosaics of a jungle city intermingled with frescoes, flowering plants, birds, and insects. You see tieflings wearing gold skirts and carrying spears and ornate jugs. The ceiling is painted to look like a clear blue sky. A small, bejeweled cockroach rests atop a sarcophagus of black basalt in the middle of the room. A 2-foot diameter orb hangs from a chain above the sarcophagus, made of hammered gold and resembles a smiling sun.
Can I like investigate for any like hidden things?
Hidden things in the hidden room.
What are we searching?
Like, I guess areas to put things. Does that make sense? Like little, like cubby holes or secret hidden like safes of some sort.
A receptacle.
Receptacle.
It's your vocab word.
Am I making? I'm probably not making any.
Okay. So make an investigation check.
Just looking for an input.
I'm just sitting here loving that I know what fresco is.
I wish I knew.
It's a plaster based
It
paint.
was a style or
Yeah.
something.
It's a
Yeah, I knew
plaster
that.
based
It's
paint.
it's a plastered basement. Yeah.
It's what was used for.
You said investigation or
Investigation.
And I'd like to look for
28.
traps.
I should look for traps.
It's what was used for like the ceiling on the church. That church.
Gotcha. I feel like Elena's investigation is equivalent to Vex's stealth.
What is it like 13?
I mean, I have a pretty awesome stealth as well. What?
Isn't your investigation like plus 13?
It's plus 10.
A little lower than that.
My stealth is plus 13. Yeah, my investigation is 10 and my stealth is 13.
Dude,
Okay.
Diamec's story makes me cry.
Same.
So, what did you get on your investigation roll?
Oh, 28.
Okay. So, glancing around the room with Vale, you do see that there appears to be a jewelry box in the back of the room on the other side of the sarcophagus, laying on the floor over here. It's ornate, with this very similar cockroach motif on the top, just like the one that is on top of the sarcophagus. The sarcophagus itself is sealed with what appears to be strips of melted lead that have sealed it shut. But you do not find any other cubbies or holes. You don't see indentations in the wall where traps could come out, pressure plates in the.
Can I investigate the jewelry box for traps?
Okay. And easily enough, you investigate the jewelry box and do not find, with your previous search for traps, I'll use the same roll. You do not find any traps keeping it shut, and it is not locked either.
Can I open it?
It is sealed with lead.
No, that's the sarcophagus.
The sarcophagus, or the jewelry box. Inside the cockroach-shaped jewelry box, which is made out of gold and set with precious gems, including tiny black pearls for its eyes. It weighs about 5 pounds. Inside, you see a necklace. It is a beautiful red beaded necklace, and along the bottom half of it, there are a number of dragon-like heads that are opened mouth, and in their mouth are containing another red bead. There are 8 beads.
Are these
the
glass
necklace.
beads or are they like stone beads?
It's hard to tell at a glance. Let me double check another book.
I think
To
I
make
know
sh-
what these are.
I think Xavier knows
Jeez.
what this is.
What a nerd.
Maybe because I stole some earlier in
Uh,
our adventure.
Mm-hmm.
They look like kind of glass beads, but they're
Din's fire.
yeah, they look very fiery. They look like they may they kind of shimmer with their own interior light, just very faintly.
Is Vale paying attention right now?
Is what?
Is Vale paying
Of course
attention
she's
right
gonna
now?
pocket it.
Vale, are you
we're
paying attention?
You mean the room we're searching?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, are you paying attention to me though?
You picked up the only other thing of note in this room.
Okay, well then I just carried around.
I see Elena giving me the side eye, and I roll my eyes and turn my back. Jesus Christ.
God.
The whole thing,
Ah,
it's like
Sarah
the jewelry
Ray.
box and all.
So
How
what are you
much-
doing
How much
with the
sneak
box?
attack damage can I get without being a
Or
rogue?
what are you doing with the necklace?
I put the necklace and the jewelry box in my bag.
Okay.
What's that?
What?
Nothing.
Okay, can I okay, is the sun, is it like hanging above?
Sure.
it?
What are you going to investigate about the sun?
Does it seem like it's hollow or is it flat?
Okay. How would you like to investigate that it's hollow?
Can I like tap on it? Like,
Okay.
or how far away is it?
Make an investigation check.
A fireball goes off in the center of the room.
I hope so.
That'll be a 22.
Okay. So as you tap on the sun,
Uh-oh.
Oh god. I should have checked it.
you and Vale both take 10 points of fire damage as the sun suddenly detonates.
I knew
No
it.
save?
No save, actually. The room fills with fire.
I'm sorry.
Oh, actually, hold on. It doesn't detonate. I read that wrong. The sun suddenly glows super bright, and the entire room just fills with this radiant, flaming energy. And you both take the 10 fire damage, and it is continuously going on at the moment.
Lovely.
I try to get out of the room.
Bernie's taking half.
Oh yeah, Brain takes 5.
I
If
try to
it's
get
fire
out of
damage.
the
Let me
room
look at
then.
something real quick.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, the sun is currently on, and you just took 10 damage this round. So what are you doing next?
And this, Apollo, this word...
As a reaction, I'm using absorb elements.
Okay. By the way,
So I
you
take
all from down
half.
below, you all look up and just see bright light come flaring out of that room continuously.
I want to get out of the room.
All right.
What did they do?
Are you alive?
Ow.
Jesus.
I probably just hear
I'm
Bernie
sorry,
post
Takes
Yeah.
the jewels and sets off the traps.
Some rogue you are.
How is it suspended?
By a chain.
Okay.
My thought is that's its soul, but you know what?
I'm gonna try and smash it if I can.
Oh. Okay, roll to hit.
Smash it.
Smash! I think you got a future insight of what might happen if you do that.
I'm hoping to shut it off, but
Well, I'm thinking the other two got out, because I know Elena said she was getting out.
Yeah, Elena got out. Bernie, I'll say staying with, because Bernie's like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I'm like sitting with my eyes closed, just like, oh my god, that hurts. And
Jesus Christ. 1.
Oh, man.
1 to hit.
I'm just gonna go sit in the bubble.
Whoosh.
You take another 10 fire damage. And swing and miss the sun.
you're just so blinded by the light.
Oh, Peggy, you didn't.
Wow, I'm really sad that Mackenzie's the only one that got that.
I wasn't gonna dignify it with a response since you set it off.
So what are you doing now?
It's this won't work, will it? I'm gonna step outside.
Okay. As
So
you
I'm-
step outside, Bernie's also going to step out with you. And as
Right.
you pass the threshold, the sun turns off.
So don't touch
And
it.
and you see this kind of grayish smoke emanating from it and every corner.
can you please be a little bit more careful?
Well, Doris leaves the bubble, and he's going to go up the steps, and he's going to stand at the doorway, and he's going to look to his shadow and kind of like nod into the room. He's specifically looking at that sun that's hanging.
As you nod into the room toward the sun and everything and glance to your shadow, you realize your shadow has stayed in the center of the room and is staring intently at the mural beneath the where you first came in.
Oh, there's a mural there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So it's not like reacting to anything that I'm doing. It's just
Nope. It's staring at the mural of the prophecy and the ritual area.
well, there goes my bright idea. Okay. He goes over to the mural. Well, it's got your interest. What is it?
It stares unmovingly toward it.
Can I ascertain as to what in particular it is looking at on the mural?
Sure. Make an insight check.
Hello?
What was that?
Not great.
That was
The
the
sound of an
spring.
insight check.
That was the spring.
16?
16. Okay. You're not entirely sure because you're not entirely sure what this mural is for. You might need more information on what this mural is. There's something special about this mural, something special about its location in this room that's caught the attention of your shadow.
Okay. I'm like gonna start doing the whole Indiana Jones thing. I'm gonna like start looking at it from different angles. I'm gonna like look at the hallway that the mural is facing. Just kind of anything and everything.
So looking into the room and like checking all the different angles, across from the mural, facing it in a perfect line set up toward it, there is a slight raise to the ground in a circle, where there are runes carved across it on the floor, in a language that you do not understand, that you've all come to realize is the Yenagite language, as well as the one written along the archway. And you recognize this archway. This archway is very similar to the one that was beneath Whitestone, that you knew to be a portal, that you heard from the rest of your party was used in Drina as a portal. You know, probably this is also a portal.
Ooh.
Can I see it from inside the bubble?
I point at it. Xavier, you're smart. Come over here.
I move to the edge of the bubble.
Boop, boop.
Can I see it from the bubble?
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah. What about it?
I don't know.
Does it
Stands
also
out.
appear to me that it's some sort of teleportation circle?
No, it does not appear to be teleportation. It seems to be more linked to opening a portal.
I will quickly jot down a sketch of it, noting the different symbols and whatnot used in it.
Okay.
Can I go over and look at the mural and do
Mural.
like a mural and do a history check on it?
Sure. Roll a history check.
My identify?
Well, Doris interrupted it.
I'm sorry, my friend.
17.
17. So from your history, you know specifically there is no mention of the Yenagites. You know nothing of their history. The only thing that you do know is what you saw in Drina. And what you saw was the paladin who sacrificed Tyra on the very same raised platform in which is in the center where Xavier created his bubble. Her blood activated the runes where it created the first vision that showed all the altars on a map of Taldore, and then the portal opened in the wall behind them.
I relay this to back everybody. Like, hey guys, you remember the Drina situation where the
Yeah.
paladin sacrificed Tyra?
It's a little foggy to me, but kind of.
That's because you weren't there.
You slept in.
I wasn't there, but
Yeah.
I was there.
No, you went back to the hotel.
Eldoris,
Oh, that's
Eldoris
right.
slept in.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember.
Well, this area is similar to that, where I'm assuming it was your sister, unfortunately, sacrificed Tyra, and that's how we found out about all of the pinpoints of where the artifacts are. And then a
Yeah,
portal
that's-
opened, similar to that.
And the mural is also interesting. One that you saw in Drina had only the center
Okay.
figure,
Yeah.
whereas this mural features what you can only assume to be a prophetic representation of Vale, a torn-sleeved monk with wrapped hands,
What?
and on the other side, I explained this last time. I guess you weren't listening.
I
And
missed that part.
oh yes, oh, I'm sorry. I'll go back then. The mural is exactly like the one featuring one half of a hooded black figure with horns, and the other half a armored white figure with horns. Standing next to them, however, in this mural, on the side with the dark figure, you see what appears to be a monk-like person, their arms raised in defensive stamps, and the sleeves torn from their outfit, their face obscured by a hood. And on the opposite side, contrasting the white armored figure, you see a large, very muscular-looking humanoid with one small eye and one enormous eye taking up an entire half of his face, and it is standing carrying an axe, and it is in a very aggressive stance next to the other one.
Oh shit.
Vale, this monk looks quite a bit like you. And your distaste of sleeves.
Does it have a white stone crest on part of the coat?
I don't see it.
There isn't that much detail to this.
No
It's
white
very,
stone crest on my coat.
it's a very simple
shirt.
edifice.
Who monograms all the clothing in their building?
The
Who
the
does
pillows.
that?
She slowly raises her hand.
You think
Um,
And-
sleeves don't stop me? You think the small crest will?
At this point, as you're all discussing this,
Not another monster.
Laura
Oh, I was hoping I
stands up
identified.
and kind of comes over to where everyone is discussing, kind of trying to figure things out herself. And as she crosses the threshold of the altar on the ground of the ruins are Xavier, you have the highest perception, correct?
20, yes.
20. You notice as her feet come across the runes, they all get a slight blue glow as she walks by them.
Damn it, Laura.
Laura, stop.
What?
Everyone, look at the ground. And the runes. Do I... First of all, I don't know if my identifying went off for the scepter or not.
Oh yeah, it did go off, and it's an ordinary scepter.
Okay.
Woo!
Nothing wrong with the scepter. Can I are some of the runes like inside the bubble?
Oh yeah, the whole thing's inside the bowl.
Oh, it's all okay. Good thing, good song.
See Paula's in the bug bubble.
Good thing the bubble has a floor.
Yeah, right.
Well, can I investigate the runes?
Yeah, and Peggy, are you going in there too?
Yeah, I was gonna like walk near
Oh.
the room, see if they also lit up for anyone who walks.
Interesting.
by them.
As
I want to.
I tell everyone to stop, and she keeps
Vale?
walking.
Vale, what?
A while ago, I didn't want to cut in, but
Mhm.
I wanted to see if the fire in the secret room had melted any of the lead.
Interesting
Does
enough,
it?
yes, it does
Oh.
appear that. Interestingly enough, it does appear that the lead has melted off their copies.
Cool. Bernie, go open that.
All right.
He's stronger than me.
He
I'm
goes
not
in
gonna do
there, but we're not gonna worry about that at the moment because I'm really.
Yeah.
As Elena, you come into the portal and kneel down. You notice, Xavier, that the runes also light up when Elena walks by.
What about when Sipala does it?
They do not, and neither when
Heck.
neither when Xavier inspects them either do there appear to be any change to them. But whenever Elena or Laura get near them, they glow slightly.
Ananduo, come
Elena, can you stop breaking things for
yeah.
1 minute?
walk over by those ruins.
She comes over and stands by the room. There doesn't appear to be any effect. She kind of kicks one of them with her foot, nudges it. Come on, work.
What race is Laura?
She's
As
human.
far as you can tell, human.
Okay.
As far as you can tell. She's a shape changer.
Oldoas,
Yes?
can you walk near the ruins?
You're scaring me, Xavier.
Just go inside the bubble. They won't
Okay.
affect you.
I walk in and I stand near.
There is no effect.
I'm not special. See?
It's only
It
one-
looks like the two of you are.
Is it
Can I
because
make an
they...
Arcana kind of check on the runes? Possibly.
Sure. Make an arcana with your plus 32 arcana.
It's only 13.
I'm trying to think of like commonalities.
So I rolled a 7, so 20.
20. Okay, so you're going through the runes and you begin to read as best you can, and they're because it's the Yanagish language. It's strange to you, but they still use some of the very same arcane symbols. It would appear that are translated hundreds of years later into what is now the current arcane language. So going through, you can identify one symbol that looks to be the precursor to a portal. The symbol that would mean portal. And as you go around, you find another symbol. Doesn't make sense. You keep going. You find another symbol. Blood. Okay, so we have portal and blood. And you make your way around the circle again. You find the symbol for good. Not like happy or not like well, but like alignment.
A
Good.
Good person.
And finally, the last symbol that you're able to read is royal.
That's what I thought it was.
Hey
I don't
Vale,
have any.
I'm good.
What?
come here.
No.
Yes.
get-
I'm doing something.
Well, stop. Pause your thing for a moment.
I'm trying to
What is pause?
put Diamac to rest.
I can do that in a moment. I'm trying to figure something out.
He's been here for 1,000 years.
Then he can wait for a few more minutes.
He can wait another 10 fucking
Wait,
minutes.
Elena's gonna set off another trap.
You know, I don't doubt you, but still.
At this moment, you hear in the other room and the sound of stone sliding on stone as Bernadette slides the
Ah,
sarcophagus lid open.
progress. That was the sound of progress. I'd like to take a look in that.
And he drops dead.
Well,
Yeah.
this is a setback.
Keep
So looking
Bernie
inside,
safe for me, he
And then
dies.
some of his loot.
the skeletal remains of a tiefling again.
Mhm.
The horns kind of are shorter and only go back just a little bit behind the crest of the head. Inside, you see what appears to be many dried flowers that cascade all the way from the top down along next to her and to the base. The entire thing is practically filled with flowers, the same ones that are painted on the walls of the crypt. In her left hand, or no, first I'll go back up. She's wearing a very tattered black gown and a painted gold mask, kind of in a very small Venetian mask that kind of just covers the eyes and face that seems to be made out of pure gold. In her left hand, she is holding an iron scepter.
Swag.
Grab it.
Okay, but that's all there is.
Yes, that's all there is in there. Her and her scepter.
All right. Against my worst judgment, I will leave the mask there. How do I check for undead traps? It's like that moment in like the horror movie where you try and pick it up and it resists.
You could try to do an investigation check, but you're not exactly attuned to arcane things like that.
Nope.
You know who has, doesn't like undead things?
The one who stumbles into traps?
I've gotten better.
Except for
Did
that
it
last
5 minutes ago.
I'm sorry. I wasn't aware that I hate to be a trap. I just didn't think about it.
So while
That's the problem.
while she's doing that, can I, while waiting for her to get over here, can I try to see if I can't possibly decipher more of the runes, or
Are you reading these out loud when you discover them?
no?
And no, that with your 20, that is what you got those for.
Okay.
Xavier, do you know
So
what they say?
So it was
It was
portal, blood.
portal, blood, good, and royal.
Xavier, do you know what the runes say?
Sorry, I'm actually like, my mind is. Well, it's in the stupid frog language mainly, but some of the arcane runes I can read.
Frog language.
Bullywog.
You mean
No,
Yeah.
no. It's Yanage. It's
Yanage.
Yanage.
Oh, Yanagish. Oh, never mind. I misunderstood. But I know this one here means portal. Then there's that one over there. The kind of curved one there. It's blood. That one not too far from it is good. Then that one over there means royal.
royal?
Which ones are lit up? Good and royal.
Anyone that they come near.
So
Laura.
I'll have Elena go around to those 4.
I do that, but as I'm doing that, Laura, aren't you of royal birth as well?
I have no idea. I was orphaned and left on a stoop outside Stalwart Watch.
I'll have her go by.
And
royal.
as you ask her that, you see that she's like got her right hand clutching at the necklace that she always wears.
But can you remove your hand from your necklace there for a moment?
Why?
Because I would like to see what it is.
She takes her hand down, and you see a small silver locket around her neck.
Nothing carved on it or anything, or?
It appears actually to be a very plain, a plain locket.
I know what lockets are. They might have something special inside. I will not ask that. Can you stand by this rune over here? I'll ask her to stand by the royal rune.
She tentatively puts her hand back over the locket and stands by the room.
Tyra
does
was
it glow?
royal. They sacrificed her for her blood. Well, technically royal.
Does that rune glow?
It does, just like all the other ones. They're not glowing any brighter or any different depending on which rune they're near.
Okay.
You get the sense that the presence of Elena and Laura to these is more indicative of their just that they're there and not which rune they're near.
Okay.
Can I like prick my thumb and then rub my blood on
It doesn't touch it
It's just
because it's in the
love.
bubble.
Rubbing your blood on everything. Holy shit.
A fucking
Okay.
gnarly hand scar.
You know, weird snake in the wall. Hello, wall snake.
Hello.
Okay, never
I wa-
mind. I can't do that.
Wanted to
because
cheer him
of
up because he,
It's okay.
he
She's
obviously
getting
got the bronze medal.
What?
Bad joke that no one got. Okay.
I didn't hear it all.
Well, I think you got
Hey,
the right.
Elena.
I think you might have the right idea there, Lena. But let's not try that just yet, please. You're very
I'm going
reckless
to
and
go
it
see
shows.
what Vale wants.
I'll make you a trade.
Why did you ask about my locket?
Oh, yeah.
Possibly if it had a royal sigil that I may have known.
Has no sigil. It's just a picture of me and my name in it. It's the only thing that was left with me when I was a baby.
And why now of all moments did you grab it like it was important?
Because it's the only thing I have from my family. The only thing I know about them, the only thing they left me with besides a basket. Just a name. My first name and a last initial.
What's the last initial?
A.
Do I know of any royal families that have the initial?
Jesus.
Sorry.
Jumps in at a moment's notice.
Make a history.
A history check?
I was going to ask the same thing if that.
Make a history check too, then, Xavier.
Watch, she's a half elf.
26?
She's related to
19.
Vale.
Swear to God.
What'd you get, Vale? Or Xavier?
19.
Okay. Neither of you know specifically of any royal bloodlines that have the beginning A. However, what you do know is that the throne of Tal'Dorei has always been under the Tal'Dorei name. But before that, there were always different rulers, many different princes and dukes and persons considered under royal lineage, but not necessarily in line for the throne. So it could be any number of families.
Interesting.
The royalty in Tal'Dorei is less familiar and more what's that word they used in England for God wills it?
Oh gosh.
Ordained.
That wasn't it.
No,
Ordained.
not
No.
ordained.
Ordained sounds pretty
I
good.
know what you're talking about.
Destined. Will.
Can't think of the word right now.
Bestowed.
Probably not.
Just yell it out when you remember. We'll move on.
Just mid-sentence. Ah!
I don't know of any
But anyway,
Divine.
royal
I don't-
families.
Manifest
the
destiny.
divine will is basically how it's determined.
Well, I think Elena had a good idea there with the blood on the runes, but luckily one of my spells actually prevented her from being reckless for once. Hey, Vale,
I do that as I walk up.
What?
can you come here now?
I found the scepter.
Yeah, I've
Good,
already.
then bring it here.
I've made my way up to where Vale is.
Elena, pass me the necklace. I want Xavier to identify it. And you can deal with the scepter.
I reach in and I give him the necklace. I give her the necklace.
I will go down to Xavier then.
And
Carefully
you're
avoiding the ruins, if possible.
taking the scepter, or
I'm taking the necklace.
I want to investigate the sarcophagi.
So you have the
I want
scepter and the
that.
necklace.
I want that to be her problem.
My family has not had good luck with sarcophagi in the past.
okay, roll an investigation check.
Sarcophagus.
Sarcophagus?
That too.
That will be a 22.
Okay. You do not see any mundane traps in this sarcophagus.
Is Benedictus still in here?
Yep.
Okay. I turn to Benedictus and I say, if this goes bad,
Protect
then
Pull my body out.
me. Don't let my
and
mom
I
see.
reach for the scepter. And my mom would be so upset with it.
Okay.
1,000 necrotic damage.
Oh, God.
As you pull up the scepter, it's kind of a bit of a tug from the hand, and you kind of have to wrench it free of.
I want to be as gentle as possible.
Yeah, you're as gentle, like
Like slide it out of the
from
hand.
the rigor mortis fingers, and as they fall back to the chest, the mouth drops open on the corpse,
Shit.
and you hear this, and a thick, baleful black gas begins to fill the entire room.
God!
Elena,
Saren
I
Ray!
need a Constitution saving throw.
Plus
I'm
4.
not gonna look to roll this.
Plus 4, because Bernie's there. So glad I left.
Save.
Save, yeah.
+4 because Bernie's there.
17.
17?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Stand by. Okay. You take 67 points of necrotic damage as,
Down. I'm down.
as the gas fills collapse on the floor.
I'm getting
also-
flashbacks to the sunken tomb right
Oh,
now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And let me see.
I just imagine that same fan art where she just slowly turns around while sitting on the coffin and falling
Is
over.
it mean of me if I consider Benedictus in there as well?
What collapsed?
We'll say he was a little bit further out of the room here.
What collapsed?
I did.
Oh, okay.
Elena collapsed. And at this point, Benedictus comes running to the edge here. Guys, Elena's down.
Bring her up!
Left for 10
I
seconds.
can't. The room is full of gas.
Hold your breath. I'm not strong enough.
Fuck it. Turns around and runs into the room,
Accurate.
rolling it. Fails it.
I just...
Oh no!
He's hardier. He's hardier.
Divine
Anyone know what Benedictus's hit points are?
I think,
200.
well, I know. I think he rolled hit dice as well.
Although, didn't he say he
Well,
was?
We
low?
didn't do the long rest yet.
Well, he rolled hit dice though.
Oh, I see.
And you could check his sheet.
I can't. He doesn't have a sheet up on here.
He doesn't.
No.
say he's- Just say he's heavily
90.
wounded.
If he's at full, he's got 94.
94.
Yeah.
All right. I don't remember him taking damage from anything except for maybe 5. No, I don't think he even took that.
He may have taken a bit of necrotic.
I think he took it a
All
little bit. So let's say.
All right,
like
so he comes.
86.
He runs into the inky black and he steps out about 5 seconds later, and he looks badly winded by his entry in there. The necrotic gas, which seems to be fading ish now. But Elena, I'd like you to make one. I'm going to count that actually as one extra turn on there, so you automatically fail one death saving throw being in there. I'd like you to roll your first death saving throw.
Turn my
It
back
was a 19.
for 10
19. All right,
seconds.
so one pass, one fail.
Sapala, bring her up.
Okay.
Use your
I
magic.
go and I cast. I have it. I had it out just now. Where is it?
Reincarnation.
Oh, no.
Cure wounds.
I'm so tempted.
We were talking about
She's technically not dead
dead
yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
Give it a minute.
I cast Healing Word, but I cast it at
First level.
Fifth.
Sacred Flame.
Automatically fails.
I'll do it at
I'd roll a 1.
4th level. Do it at 4th level. So. Sorry.
Someone remind me why Vex went down so fast from the trap.
They were
They just put up a holder.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, but I mean, like, she went down, but then she failed, like, all 3 death saving
Well,
throws.
no, it was like a special type of necrotic damage that kills
her
if
outright.
Oh.
It was a trap that was on Deathwalker's
it was
board.
special necrotic.
Gotcha.
It was a vestige.
Yeah, it was just instant. No
Gotcha.
death saves.
Then
Gotcha.
Kasha came to the rescue.
Was it Kasha? It was Kasha, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yep.
That's right.
Threw a whole bunch of diamonds on her chest and cast Revivify.
Oh yeah, that guy was there.
You have 16 hit points.
So Elena, you rather than most corpses, or when most unconscious people who haven't been breathing come back, there's a sharp inhale. At this point in Bernadix's arms, instead of inhaling, there's this painful exhale as this black tar-like substance is coughed up from your lungs as you and breathe free oxygen again.
And then I go to sleep. I just pass out.
And dead again.
Yeah.
Bring-
Elena falls unconscious on the ground, but breathing.
Bring it.
Bernie, help me get her into the bubble.
Ugh. Yeah, I'm not hurt too, you guys. Starts
We're getting
carrying her.
you into the bubble too.
Starts carrying her to the bubble.
We're resting here. Did she at least have the scepter in her hand?
No.
I thought she did. She grabbed it. She had it.
I
Yeah,
told it
yeah.
down.
I'll say you have it in your hand.
She goes unconscious with a death grip.
I'm gonna.
I believe it.
I'm gonna take my.
I'm
Detect magic.
Vexalia's daughter, okay?
Yeah, the
And
one
she
that
had a
almost
sec-
that's
and she had a
almost
strength
died
of
3 or
7.
4 times.
I can't. Who's saying what to me now?
I think that was all
Nothing
the side
important.
conversations.
Okay.
Nothing important.
I'm gonna take the scepter from her hand and take my detect magic stone and wave it near it.
Yeah, it's definitely magic.
Hey, this too.
There is.
Oh, I know what that is. This is fireball necklace.
Does detect magic tell you what type of magic it is?
Well, I mean, it's the stone, so I don't know if like the rune on the stone
Okay.
like glows a certain color for the different.
Yeah,
one.
no, it doesn't. It doesn't seem to be changing any colors. It just detects that it is magic.
Give me 20 minutes.
Okay.
Make sure she's
So-
actually asleep. Fucking leave.
So which one are you? What are you identifying?
I probably know what the necklace is, but I'm gonna identify the scepter first.
Okay.
Elena be having very vivid nightmares right now
Um,
of certain things.
I know exactly what you're having nightmares about.
Or
Or
a
it's
dog
killing you.
running.
Sleep.
You are currently having nightmares about our session 0.
Okay, that's exactly what I wanted.
Okay.
That's great.
Someday that'll come to light.
It has.
To
Oh, has
some.
it?
To
Oh,
some.
yeah.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
The scepter, it has a very faint transmutation aura that you gather was what triggered the gas,
Okay.
and it also has a very, 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 very strong necrotic aura.
I'm sure that's fine.
So it doesn't tell me what it does because I'm doing identify.
Oh, right. Tells you absolutely everything. This would be what you could call a phylactery.
Oh. I
Do I
mean,
need
what's
to-
that?
This is a lich's phylactery.
Vale doesn't know.
Is this?
And
Is there a possibly writing on it that possibly says whose it might be? Because I don't know if it might be Withers or Diamax.
It's probably time.
Uldoris immediately starts reciting the last paragraph of the book. If you
Uh-huh.
seek to grant my soul rest, I have lain it beside my wife, hidden within my throne room. Will not be easy to destroy its housing, but I hope you can.
My entire goal.
Find the Iron Scepter's twin. Maze holds the key.
So it's has transmutation properties, right?
Which I said you garner was the gas
Reason why- okay.
release.
Yeah.
And there's nothing. So is that scepter iron?
It appears to be made out of iron, and the head is adamantine.
Adamantine. Was the scepter on the chair, was that iron or gold?
Iron.
I think we found the iron scepter's twin. Is the head on that one also adamantine?
It is.
Woo!
We should probably
Everyone.
find a maze.
Evacuate
I
the
got a
bubble.
bad idea.
It
What?
actually weighs 12 pounds and can be wielded as a mace.
Everyone, evacuate the bubble.
Oh, actually, let me double check one other thing real quick, just because I need to know what
Except
every.
for Elena's.
I'll drag Elena.
Carry Elena out.
Well, I don't really carry. I can drag though.
Bernie can.
All right.
I have
Use
everyone leave the
Bernie
bubble. We don't have to
when he's
remove
not
the
here.
tokens, but
Hold on, let me just double check.
Savior used self-destruct.
I'm prepared for it.
I have an idea also.
What's yours?
Is there not a little pool of acid right over there?
That's probably dull, but
That's right. Acid
Just a
does damage
thought.
magic items.
Hold on a second here.
I think it's
That was my plan.
I'm on the throne.
Empress.
Empress Sipala. I'd follow
Where do I find
Sipala.
this? Where do I find this?
It'd be about peace.
All right, we know who's gonna take over after Froggy.
I always knew you'd become a cult leader, Kayla.
I will, Peggy, if you bring that up one more time,
That's the kind of encouragement I need from my friends.
I
I
will.
even have a photo of it.
It's not funny. It's embarrassing.
It's so funny. You know you have embarrassing stuff on me too.
That sounds like you're being mean to Kayla.
I can't.
But
I
I,
can't
don't bring them
find-
out polite in front of everybody.
I'm so annoyed right now. I can't find the stats for that.
I can.
the stats for.
Yeah.
For nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Huh?
All right, maybe it's under lost treasures. Hang on a moment.
I don't wanna...
Kayla's trying to find something. Hopefully, something that doesn't kill us.
It might kill you. I don't know.
This portion of tonight's session is not brought to you by
Preparation.
Anyone.
Dwarven Forge and
Or D&D Beyond.
Wormwood.
Norback, please.
Back, please.
We had no Wormwood giveaway at the break.
No, unfortunately, we do not. We're not that fancy.
Seriously though, go check out those places. Dwarven Forge,
They're
Wormwood,
very nice. Yeah.
Very,
Rook and the
very nice.
Raven. They got some cool.
Ooh,
Our DM can say that Wormwood does a very fine job.
And
Does
they
it
do.
smell nice?
I can't say I've sniffed it much.
You should also check
Sneaky.
out all of the artists that did our commission.
Yes.
Sketch Mob. They're wonderful.
Oh yeah,
Did
you
a
should
fantastic job.
maybe link those on the Twitch.
Really should actually.
Not right now.
I feel really bad about this because it's supposed to be like right here, and it's not.
It's completely harmless now.
I thought
just-
it was going to be
It
right.
just
All
screws
of you
off
have
and
to
then
fight me.
done. Well, that won't go well. You have hit points.
And spells.
I'm at full.
I bet you are.
I am, and I've saved my 5th level spell.
No, that's
Yeah,
a
well-
Tyrannosaurus.
Fifth level call lightning.
What the heck?
Maybe I did too.
Twist. Paula becomes evil.
It's actually her phylactery.
It's not a twist. We always knew that was happening.
Yeah.
Takes the
we
raps.
saw
It was only a matter of when.
Relics of the
Takes the
past. All right, I'm googling it because I can't find it.
What you looking for, Cal?
So Xavier, what are you doing? I can't tell you.
Well,
Oh.
I have everyone leave the bubble, so I'm the only one in. I take both the scepters,
Mm-hmm.
tap the adamantine heads together.
Okay. Roll a dexterity. I'm kidding. Nothing happens.
Shit.
The two heads come together in a clang.
Thanos snap.
Savior,
Sapala.
I don't think it's time for music.
What's going on in there?
Want to play me drum all day? Yes, here Forge as well. Sorry, Snuggles. False alarm. Thought I might do something.
Maybe we need to stab someone.
And
There is a
then
pool of acid right over there.
Is it still acidy?
Mm.
Or was there? Oh, right, the pit of acid. No, that is not acidy anymore.
I'll next identify the probably fireball necklace. Y'all can come back into the bubble now.
Okay.
Get
and
out! Come in! Come over
so
here!
you are now casting Identify on the necklace.
Yes.
This guy is so pushy. He's in a bubble.
This
Save
is
it, guys.
Consent, Xavier.
this is a necklace of fireballs,
With 8 beads.
which is also cursed.
Oh, yay. I'm tired of
What?
curses.
This is why I don't grab things.
What?
I let Elena.
The effect of this curse would seem to be whoever puts on aforementioned necklace of fireballs,
Please be
all 8 immediately detonate.
Good thing none of you decided to lose your head today.
That's funny.
So these are still good to use.
Just
don't
not the
put
way
the
we'd like
necklace
to.
Put them on Oliver.
Got a present for Oliver.
Oh, that would be great, though. Oh, we have a perfect. Here, we feel so sorry.
said
Here's
it
a present
That
for
wasn't
you.
in character.
No, but that works.
I
It's-
said-
oh, okay,
That
thank you.
wasn't in
Boosh!
character.
I said it first.
Oh, did you? I
No one
missed it.
heard
I'm
me,
sorry.
though.
So I will
It's okay.
take that necklace and put it into my bag.
I'll
What?
just be sad.
But it's mine.
It's mine.
You're
No, it's not.
asleep.
Oh,
All right, whatever.
so wait. I have to ask a question. I have to ask a
Elena wakes
question.
up. It's mine.
I have to ask a question.
Yes.
Has Xavier explained this to everybody?
Yes.
I have an idea for that necklace.
Oh, if you're thinking what I'm thinking, you're a genius.
What do you mean?
What a beautiful and majestic ancient relic, a gift for a mighty king.
You're a genius.
Mighty
Oh my
who?
god.
Do you want to carry
You're awful,
it?
but you're a genius.
King
I did
of
not hear
Han
what you said.
Yosai, of course.
The Grand Poobah,
Grand Poobah.
Yes! I'm down.
Lord of the First
I'm
House
so
of Whitestone.
That's so much
I'm
This
okay
is-
with this.
This is actually a perfect idea. But
Just gotta hope that it'll fit around his fat neck.
Has he got a clip?
it's a magic item. They extend to fit.
Oh my
They
god,
size
that's
up.
so messed
Yeah,
up.
they do. Magic items do.
It's elastic. It's got elastic.
Yep.
Yeah,
It
it
does.
This reminded me of the leather armor Vax takes off and it goes and it shrinks down like it hands it to Grog. He starts putting on just boom.
It's like those candy chalk necklaces.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
the best.
I legitimately cannot find this item. I'm really annoyed.
Okay, well I'll keep it right
So
here
yeah,
for now. But
yeah.
that's
Continue
a
what
good
you're
idea.
doing. It's actually not important, so continue.
Okay. Well, we probably should put his soul to rest, but first we think we need to get out of here. But
Agreed.
Well, we need to.
Rest would also be
Unfortunately, I
good.
think we need to rest first.
Yes, we do. So
She'll be fine.
shall we keep the scepters with us? Do you want them to stay outside the bubble?
How safe do you think it would be in a bag of holding?
I mean, it's on a different plane, but he reforms at his phylactery, and if it takes a shorter amount of time, because it varies.
That's true. We don't know how long.
I don't know.
Wait, what do
how-
you mean reform?
Honestly, I don't know how heavy he was. So if you still have a lot of space in there, he may just suffocate in the bag.
That would be super awkward.
So if you want to keep them in your bag, go right ahead.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Basically, pulling this.
It's cool, man. I'm doing this for your own good.
Pulling the string even tighter.
Okay, so I have a worse idea now.
Okay.
So I have this. It is a.
Looks just like your fist.
I know. It's a potion-sized vial of black powder.
That could do something.
Found it in one of those undetonated barrels under Whitestone.
Oh, I took some of that too.
Vale, make an intelligence check.
Okay. I forgot the stopper. It is just spilling everywhere now. Not a 1.
That's how my sister's been tracking us. She's been following the gunpowder trail.
That would be so sad.
Treason.
What? No, gunpowder plot. Intelligence number 13.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
13. Yeah, good enough. You feel like the way it was worded in the book that only you could do the task. That he set this up for the spirit. It's something special about you. If there's a way to destroy the scepter, it's within you.
Well, that's a whole lot less exciting than gunpowder, but all right.
Can you maybe... Didn't you learn a new thing?
Oh,
Could drain...
the new thing. The thing
Something
that's
like
new.
that.
Could you try it on
I
the
mean,
collector?
I could give it a few tries if you want.
I believe in you, Vale.
Worth it. Anything is worth a shot, right?
Well. This is gonna suck. Let me see the thing.
Should we get out of the bubble to do this?
I'm gonna go stand over here.
Thank you.
Give me the thing. Pantomime it to me.
I grabbed the scepter away from Xavier and I handed
Thank
over to
you.
Vale.
Tossed it to him.
Work with me. All right. Well, I guess first I'll start with trying to smack it on the ground. Blunt force.
Make a strength check.
Oh, good.
Oh
God,
god.
I hope this explodes.
Hope it does not.
Oh, 15.
Nothing happens.
Okay. I feel a little weird about punching iron, but that's I don't understand how this works. It doesn't have pressure points. It's a metal stick. I don't know, I guess I'll just lay it down and I guess I'll attempt to steal key from it.
Okay. Make just go ahead and make one unarmed strike toward it.
At 8. I'll be attempting to call Sarenrae for aid in this, in laying a soul to rest. A lot.
A lot. All right. You lay the head
26.
of it down on the ground. You look up at the rest of your party watching you with intent eyes as you prepare to come down upon the head. You raise your fist up into the air, forming your key energy on your fist. You bring it crashing down on the adamantium head of the scepter. With a sickening crunch, a small crack appears in
Across
its
your
round,
knuckles.
In my hand.
across its head. Black energy begins to seep out, and you feel the ground, very temple, begin to shake.
This is fine.
The chorus of 1,000 undead screams can be heard rattling through the entire temple as whatever you are doing is upsetting everything that is keeping this place enchanted.
Stop.
You have done damage to it.
You all saw that punch. Don't mess with me.
Oh, and roll me a percentile die.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
No one's happy about what's happening. 86.
86. The head splits, mostly open, and the necrotic energy is letting out high-pitched sound, but is still mostly intact.
Do I get 86 hit points?
Nope, but it is your next action, and the ground begins to shake violently around you.
Stop.
Please kill it.
Let's.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you
It's
doing?
doing
What are you
something to the temple. We
I
cannot.
noticed.
We cannot risk what we're in here. Let's leave before it does anything.
Is the temple still shaking?
Yes.
Oh, Sarah, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Let's
Did that cost a key point, by the way?
Yes.
Let's get out of here first.
one or
before you
two.
Continue.
Because technically it's activated by a flurry of blows, but I only did one strike.
Do the one strike, and I'm going to see if you got your key point back, actually.
Okay.
You did, actually. You got your key point back from it. You absorbed a key point from the scepter.
Gross. Lich key.
Give me your lich essence.
Oh, when he said Lich Key, I'm like, grade
Quote
school?
that.
Oh, is it so the temple's still shaking?
Yes.
As
Is
it
that-
looks stable.
At the moment.
Let's not do that again.
Is the,
Let's
Well, then we
wait.
need to move.
is the door still closed?
It is.
We can't get out anyway.
Oh, you mean the front door? The
The
way
door
you
we
came in?
came in.
Yeah.
Looking up that way from your vantage point, you can barely see it, but you also see the top of it. You can see it looks like it's kind of lifting slightly and raising and lowering as if broken. Like whatever mechanism is used to open and close it is on the fritz right now and is frantically opening and closing and opening and closing it.
That looks awful.
So,
How strong is that bubble?
pretty strong, but I don't want to test it. Stop. Hold. Let's take a moment.
I really want to hit it again.
Kind of wish to keep my life and not to be buried under a mountain.
Roll the die if you wish to.
Okay, wait.
Ooh.
Do we wait until we get out of here?
Yes, another person of
Can we
sense.
get
It's
Can
definitely.
we get
Laura
out of
chimes
here?
in. What
Oh,
about
come on,
the
I did.
Say,
Huh?
say that again.
What did she say?
Laura chimes in. What about the portal?
It's.
Oh.
I'm gonna write down.
Quiet pigeon.
I'm gonna quickly sketch the portal, the symbol that's the runes that are below us. I'm gonna sketch that out, kind of like memorizing a teleportation circle.
Okay.
Well, the only thing I can think of doing is smearing some royal blood on it from either you or Elena. And did it ever light up when Vale came by?
It did not.
What about Bernie?
It did not.
God, that would have been super awkward.
So I can drop the bubble and we can try.
Is my shadow still staring at this mural?
It is.
All right. I'm gonna go stand by the mural again. I'm gonna look at it again.
You get the sense that your shadow's sense of what it's seeing on there, what this prophecy is. It's the first time that you two have really come face to face with one of these prophetic images. One you saw in an aftermath, but this one is special. It's an unopened portal.
Oh, what do we do?
Wait, can I? Are the runes for that portal up on the mural? Do they match the one below us?
Yes, they do.
Interesting.
Say again?
Are
Oh, shoot,
there
that was.
are there any
Yeah.
is there any differences between them, or are they identical?
They're definitely linked. There are a few other runes on the actual portal one, ones that are connected to whatever creates it.
All right,
But
so just for our knowledge, so the portal one is the one below us. The actual portal one is below us, and the mural has a different one.
incorrect.
Opposite.
No, neither. There is only one portal in this room. The altar you are standing on is the activation station for the portal on the wall.
Ah, okay. Well, what we can do is get ready to go into the portal, and after that, break the scepter after we get through. Let's at least get out of here before we break it. If it's linked to this temple,
All for it.
Are there any other doorways out of this room?
None that you can see.
I'm going to.
check the statues.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to checking the statues, checking the walls. I'm gonna like run my hands along the walls, trying to find any kind of door or see if there's any kind of wind or breeze or anything.
Make an investigation check.
I meant to check earlier. Big dude
11.
in the mural.
Yes.
Does he look familiar?
One could potentially see the resemblance to a particular orc that escaped a battle.
Oh, shit, that's not what I was thinking at all. Alright, never mind. That's
With
not
the
what I was
exception
thinking.
of now this orc has a gigantic eye that's almost encompassing the entirety of its forehead.
Oh, I see. Gross.
Yeah, I rolled crap. I
I
got
was
11.
thinking something else.
You're in a room.
Oh.
Well,
The vibration does seem to have subsided at the moment a little bit. It's gone down.
what do we want to do? Do we want to rest first before we continue, or
I-
do we just?
I
wanna-
don't think we should wait.
Then
I don't think
You
we
heard
should
those.
either.
You heard those screams.
unfortunately, I
That doesn't
did.
sound like something that's gonna wait for us.
Unfortunately, not. Let's.
I'm
Everyone
Worried
up,
about where this portal will take us.
yes, everyone up to the portal. Elena,
Somebody's gonna wake Elena.
Elena,
I was just gonna strap her to Bernie's back.
I'm gonna
Well,
wake.
I like
I'll
wake up
slap her
swinging.
awake. I
Or I
slap her
swing.
awake.
I hit him.
You roll to attack.
Yeah, roll to
Roll
attack.
attack.
Counterattack! Counterattack! I wish that was me. Whoa!
What do I add? Just my strength bonus? Or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
D20
Just
plus
strength,
strength.
not proficiency, unless you're proficient in an art.
Am I? No, I'm not.
No. It's my
21!
21. You deal 1 damage to Xavier.
Xavier's out. Did you ever heal? Oh yeah, you took a shot.
Yeah, you took this.
That would have been
I would have
great.
laughed so hard.
But I wanted to stay at 69 health. Thanks, Elena.
Elena's turning.
I like sit straight up and like, what?
I spit the blood from my
Blood.
mouth next to her. Thanks.
Alright.
Get
What's
up.
going on?
We're getting
We're
out
getting
of here. Get up to the
I
meal.
get up, but I make the creaky, like, oh my god, the 60 years old noise.
Well, can you help her, please?
You're gonna need my blood.
No,
Huh?
not an Anduin.
Oh, that was Laura.
Oh no, I'm sorry, wrong one. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I can help her.
Thank you.
I got it.
Yes.
Huh?
Too many names to juggle.
Yes, we will.
Angelo
Wait,
just
so
suddenly
what-
got real dark.
What are we doing?
We're seeing if this portal works. Now you get up to the mural.
Okay. Do you not need mine and Laura's blood?
She's
It
not
se-
taking yours. You can barely stand.
It's because I'm sore right now.
Don't worry about it.
Just,
Here.
I appreciate this, Laura.
She pulls off her necklace and hands it to Elena and cups it in your hand. Just in case anything stupid happens, alright? I want you to have this.
Thank you. I
Well,
don't
it's-
think anything stupid's gonna happen.
Alright. Come on. No self-sacrificing. We're getting
It's
out
not
of here.
like nothing. You're coming with us.
Are you sure this thing's not going to suck out my soul when it pulls?
She has
It
a
didn't
point.
do that to Tyra.
I mean, no.
No, we don't know.
No,
Actually.
it just needs blood.
We don't know that. So I'm just prepared. Okay, I'm
Do you,
prepared.
do you doubt my arcane knowledge?
Yes.
Really shouldn't.
I doubt a lot of things lately. Anyway, just let's do this.
Here, put this next on.
He's super shady.
I heard you tell them what it does.
Xavier.
That,
Well, if you
that
doubt it.
wasn't in game.
Anyway.
That wasn't in game.
Anyway,
Well, Doris runs over and gives her a big hug.
I also give Laura a hug.
Group hug. I
I
ran
don't.
in there too.
I pull
Hey.
Vale into it.
no, no.
those not hugging watch her
Touch you.
kind of sigh into it for a moment and close her eyes, enjoying the embrace. Ananduil
Paula
comes
hands
over
her a
and
flower.
Ananduil comes over and nearly knocks over the entire pile by almost tackling everyone.
It seems like a good time to take another hit.
Tiny elf tackle!
Just in case, right?
All right.
Just in case.
So everyone moves over to the side, facing the portal. Xavier, I assume you drop the shield.
Well, as soon as I walk out of it, yes.
The shield goes down. You stand in the center. What, Xavier?
What was that?
What is your alignment?
Neutral good.
Spoilers.
And how are you going to cut her?
Oh, I thought she was doing that herself.
That's
She
way
looks
less
at her
fun.
hand and she's just like, okay, actually, yeah. So she pulls out a small dagger and she slices her hand and it drips onto the pedestal and nothing happens.
Is this similar to the Drina situation with Tyra?
Very. Almost exact. Actually, it is exact.
Sapala, do you have healing? Do you have magic to heal still?
I think that would be a Revivify.
This is sounding like a worse and worse idea.
No,
And
I'm
Benedict
telling you
used
that.
his last healing already. He used his last spell.
I
But doesn't he have Revivify?
Do you have spells to cast
That
a healing
takes a
magic
spell.
with?
me?
Yes.
Yes.
Hold on, let me look. She would not say that.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Pulls out her notebook.
I can cast a single healing spell.
Do you have magic to cast right now?
Me? Yes.
Both of you.
Is she gonna die?
A single healing spell.
Most likely.
Maybe.
Yes.
Elena.
Well, if
That's-
she does,
Sapala,
I can always.
just
You guys are really selling this.
can you heal at
I
range?
walk up and I slit my wrist.
I can always reincarnate her.
Fuck. Oh my god. Elena, stop!
Is she actually doing?
Are you doing this,
Yeah,
Elena?
yeah, yeah. I'm sacrificing myself because I can't.
Rip.
I can't watch her. I can't watch
No.
Laura do it.
Oh my.
Can I need to laugh. I need to laugh for. But okay. So Elena walks up and slits her wrist. How many hit points were you at? Like 16?
Yes.
All right. So you deal 16 damage and begin to
I
bleed out on the
wasted.
pedestal, and nothing happens.
Ah, ah. Well, she's
I
dead. Who's
wasted
next?
A heckin' spell slot.
Xavier,
for
make
you
an
to make an idiotic decision.
Xavier, make an intelligence check.
Straight intelligence.
Straight intelligence.
I just couldn't watch Laura do it. Okay.
20.
Sorry.
You
20?
don't get to
Modded.
pick right now.
You remember that Drina took a while. Drina, they were waiting for something because the ritual wasn't working. And when they finally got what made the ritual happen, they got it done immediately.
That was like a year ago.
Do you remember, Xavier?
Bring her back up.
I will cast Healing Word. Because that's all I've got. What is that, like a D4 plus Wisdom?
Something like that.
Oh, sure, she gets hit points.
Okay, I do
7.
have.
7 hit points.
Yeah, if you have
Get
some
the
spell
hell up.
spell slots left, you can cast some healing.
Am I not gonna need any anymore?
You're most likely gonna get. I'm gonna tell her to stay up. Elena, stay
Don't
up
be
there.
an idiot.
I can't
No,
watch
stop
Laura
it.
do this.
No.
Lena,
You have done
Elena,
enough.
it's fine.
You have done enough. I've watched you
Haven't
die
done
almost
enough
3
at all.
times in this godforsaken temple. How are you going to
I
find your
haven't.
parents if you are dead?
How are you gonna lead?
It's my
I
people
admire-
are not
I
able to
admire
lead.
that you don't want others to sacrifice themselves for you. But if you sacrifice yourself, you cannot get your mission done.
I'm fine, Elena. Really.
Promise you, she's not going to die.
If she does, I'll reincarnate her.
And I just gesture to Sapala as she says that.
Okay, I'm getting less comforted by this. Can we just do it?
Yes.
Why isn't it working?
I think I have what needs. I think I have what it needs to activate.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Please go by the portal, everybody.
I walk over to the portal.
Ananduel goes over. Bernie goes over.
I hold Ananduel's hand.
Ananduel
See,
is
what-
trembling at this point.
See, Paula goes over and holds Eudorus' hand.
Sapala, please be ready with some
Yeah.
healing.
Alright, I got Cure Wounds.
D-
And I got Reincarnate.
Do you have healing word? Because that's ranged.
I used
True.
Healing Word.
you can use it again as long as you have it prepared.
Yeah.
Okay, I have it then.
Yeah. Spell. you can just you have spell slots and you can just cast spells you have prepared.
Yes, I can.
Yeah,
I also have Reincarnate. I really want to use Reincarnate.
Please stop saying that word. It's scaring me.
Okay.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, that's
I'll be down there with Laura. Your hand, milady.
She extends a incredibly shaky hand toward you.
Tips Fedora.
Meets an also incredibly shaky hand. I will pull out the Solaris feather and run it across her wrist.
Okay. As the radiant energy passes through veins, spilling what appears to be royal blood spilt by a good person by this artifact on the ground, all the sigils light up around the entire altar, and behind the rest of the party, the wall begins to glow bright white.
You still feeling good? I say to her.
Oh, she also passes out on the ground.
Oh, jeez. Man,
Sapala!
No, Sapala, now.
Sapala, now!
Hi.
shit drains fast.
Okay, I cast Healing Word. And I'm gonna do it at a 4th level.
Jeez.
Okay.
Hold on.
Elena, did you look at the locket, by the way?
Yeah.
Did you open the locket, is my question.
No.
What?
Just curious.
I didn't have a chance to.
Just
She was too busy
Killing
17.
yourself.
trying to be a murderer.
All right. Lower health, 17. Got it. Okay. As she comes back to, she looks up and sees
Let's go.
the portal's open.
Let's go. And I help her, and we all get to the portal.
It seems like a good time to take the next hit.
Okay, roll to hit.
Portal cracks in half.
We're not
Well,
fully out of here!
I'm letting some get through first.
How will we all get through first?
He's already done. She's already done it.
A lot.
I'm yelling in
A lot.
meta.
You-
27.
27. You hit. Roll me a percentile die.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna throw up.
Come on, Serenade. Yahtzee. 4.
4? Like 0-4?
0-4.
You hit it, and it cring, and you kind of chip the edge, smashing it off on the side of your fist. It doesn't quite do a lot of damage to the thing. I'm going to see if you got your key point back. You did. Okay, keep going back though.
I look.
And
No, not again.
the walls begin shaking again, and one of the pillars in the cracks and begins to like lean heavily.
Hey, now's a good time to go.
Yeah, stop hitting it.
You're gone.
So, as we're all going through this portal thing, I'm looking back in the room. Is my shadow still in the same place, or is it following?
The shadow is following.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Right?
I'm
Come on.
I'm tugging at Doris. I'm like, yo, Doris, let's go.
Like, there's so many unanswered questions.
Agreed.
It's okay. I'll be here. I'll be here for you to answer those. Let's go.
Do the portal.
Everyone's through?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. There is a flash of white. You are all careening through this bright white light, which shifts to black. You recognize the familiar shift of teleportation and transportation. Ahead of you, you see a massive rainbow gate.
Oh,
You
shit.
died.
Oh, shit.
You come toward it expecting an impact.
A massive
And-
what?
Rainbow
Gate.
Gate.
That's
Okay, yeah, I did not hear that at all. It cut out completely for me.
Any of you who have a proficiency in religion, Canna, would know that you just passed through the divine gate.
That's not good.
Boy,
Oh, shit.
where are we going?
I've got a necromantic artifact.
Obviously, to as Elena says that. Obviously, to a different plane.
I don't think we have time to have this.
As-
No,
conversation.
this is us.
As you slam to your destination, your eyes open around you. Gazing, trying to find your bearing, you still see the burning image of the divine gate in your retina. No. Not burned into your retina, still standing directly in front of you. You are on a platform that sits adjacent to the divine gate, maybe a couple miles from it, in an endless abyss floating around you. There is no light in this void as you stare around this beautiful gate. Around you, you see a tower erected to the other side, stretching black into the abyss. You can barely make out the details of it. To your left, you see a collapsed portal. But above it, cascading white lines of energy that crisscross into this tower structure, as though this portal has been opened and destroyed, but whatever energy opened it continued its energy up into the tower. To your right, you see another one of these destroyed portals. Its energy cascading up further into the tower not quite fully lit. The portal you just came through, energy now cascading through the portal, causing more lines to cross into this tower. And directly in front of you, you see a black portal, not yet activated. Hovering in the air above you, you see several figures, probably about 20 feet in the air, dangling, though no chain, no rope holds them in place, held aloft by magic, it would seem. You see the unconscious forms of Vox Machina.
See, they're fine.
And that is where we'll end tonight.
They're fine.
Oh,
See, they're good. Boy, that's the weirdest TPK I've ever had.
Thanks for joining, everyone. I hope that's a good enough cliffhanger to end on. Everyone is speechless and doesn't know what we're doing, but they are in the abyss.
Oh my god.
See, they're fine. Are they? Wait. Are they all there?
Everyone but Grog.
Or Grog?
Grog,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh
I was,
my
I
god.
was about to say,
Not
even
the
Trinket. I'm like,
entry
oh
into the
wait.
Divine plane.
Oh, too soon.
Wait, what?
I was like, even Trinket. I'm like, oh wait.
Rip.
Wait, no. What did you say?
I s-
Nothing.
Whatever.
Spare her the
Alright.
pain. Spare her the pain.
I
No, just
said
tell me.
I said even trinket. Oh wait, because I had generally forgot.
Out of curiosity, is Terry there?
Tyrion is not there.
Okay.
Okay. Good night, I guess.
Going on?
Good night, guys.
I'm sure this is fine.
Bye.